Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 179 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, as usual. And we are.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out. And for those of you watching on YouTube, you may be asking, who is that little person standing, sitting next to Wok?
Standing
Next to Wok. Who's that little person? It's my boy Don P. What's good, bro?
What's up, man? Just standing in the room.
Xander,
Yeah, guys,
all
he
grown
doesn't-
up.
He's gonna be taller than me in like 6 weeks.
That's facts.
He's tall and dark for some reason. I don't know.
Who gave him a brush cut?
Oh, man. How we doing, fellas? 179.
179. We made it. All the way here.
We made it. We're here. We're here. I can't wait for like episode like 3,000.
Word.
Dave's like, I'm not doing
That's
this
a
for
lot.
that
That's a
long.
long
I'm going to be like 55 years old. Like, I can wait on that.
We'll all be retired. We'll have all the time to pod that we want. So.
That's facts,
Actually, yeah,
but
3,000. That's a lot. Not even Joe Rogan is there, and he's been doing it for like 13 years.
Right. That's why I'm
Word.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
saying. My man
That's
got
just
me
how
potting
much
at
I-
62.
Right.
Yo,
And these kids.
none of y'all retiring.
Back when I was on TikTok.
That's how I feel nowadays with like music. 'Cause music is so shitty. It's just like,
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna go listen to 50 Cent.
Man, I posted on Threads earlier this week that it really bothers me that as I walk through Walmart and Target and Wegmans and shit, like the music that's playing over the speakers are bops, right? Like I'm like jamming and shit, and then I realize, wait a minute. This is like my generation of music. This means I'm old. Like you're not supposed to enjoy the music at a store. I'm an old man now.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's like, oh, and then the person comes on jamming to the oldie, and it's like, what?
Right.
Then they're like, it's a stretch break. You're like, oh, shit.
Damn.
I need it
They
too.
got me. I'm about to stretch. It's time to stretch. He actually called it right. That's a good call. I should probably do that right now.
You heard that, babe? We gotta stop. Stretch.
I was at I don't know if it was like the Gap or Express or I don't know, some store. I was walking through the mall with the baby and shit, and then like, you know, the vintage T-shirts were all like Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins and shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I remember when that shirt came out. That's not supposed to be a vintage T-shirt.
Yep.
What year did they bring them all from like Hot Topic down to like
Basically, right? They just
Hot
rebought.
topic, yeah.
yeah.
That's a good move for a Hot Topic. Hopefully, they owned by the same company.
Thanks.
I saw that. I mean, it was crazy to see 50 Cent was like on his last string tour, whatever they call it, like his last stretch tour.
For real?
Yeah.
I mean,
With Busta.
With Busta
I mean, I
Rhymes.
guess
Jeremiah.
in hip hop, you should retire earlier, I guess, because you can't be like Billy Joel out here at 68, still performing and shit in the
I
club.
mean, Daddy Kane is.
Yeah.
Snoop's
he
getting
is.
up there.
But
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane and like those OGs, they weren't getting money like
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Right.
They need to
Yeah.
perform now just to keep making that bread. I
Pay
think
off that
50's
chain.
good.
Nah, 50's good. He's pretty much just doing the tour because he's coming out with more shows. I think he's doing like a few other
it's all
shows.
promotional, right?
Right, yeah, it's all promotional. If he's going on tours for that. But still, it's like he's a legacy act, and that shit is crazy.
That's weird.
But you know what, though? Like abroad, those guys go crazy.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they know every lyric. Like if Wu-Tang performs in New York, only us old head know it. But if they go to anywhere else in the world, everybody knows every lyric of every song they're gonna perform.
That's because that shit came out last week.
They still ranking on Spotify. Number 1 song in Israel.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
I was say
Get rich or die
DMX
trying.
up in here.
How did he die? He just released the album.
That just broke in Israel.
Yeah.
That Pac got shot.
Zimbabwe's number 1. Hail Mary.
Oh shit!
That shit is crazy. Hey, but also insensitive cultures is trending out in them parts
Absolutely. Followed by all the Afrobeat songs.
too.
Nice.
Word. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Afro beats, there are some. I've been fucking with it more and more often.
Oh yeah, I've been fucking with that shit. That shit is
I'm still
such
new
a
to it.
vibe.
I'm
Yeah.
still new to it, but yes, I guess I just came up in that era where if it's a vibe on that level, it was Jamaican. So I would just kind of put it under, I don't understand it anyway.
Yeah.
Not that they sound the same, but it's like
And they got
It's
a
the
similar
same type
they got
of
a similar
tempo and-
it's that boom bap, or not boom bap, but
the rhythm shit.
that rhythm, yeah, that same beat, that the same exact reggae beat that reggaeton uses too.
Yep.
It's built off of the same thing. Matter of fact, a bunch of like Afrobeat songs, I hear like the beat is like straight up a clave, like it's just straight boom, 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 cap, cap, boom, 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 cap, cap, and I'm like, yo, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's really the straight clave on these on some of these Afrobeat songs. But for a long time, I did think that they were Jamaican artists, and I think I might have been right around like when Joanna came out. And that was like a real popular
was my
song.
shit.
And for at first I was like, this kind of sounds like it's a Jamaican artist, but it doesn't sound like patois. Like I can't really
Right,
tell
right.
exactly what's going on here. And then that's when somebody was like, oh no, that's Afro beats. And that's the first time I really got like dove deep, and then, playlists and shit from either Apple Music or Spotify. I can't remember at the time, but ever since then, yeah, I've been on it. And my daughter, like for the first 6 months of her life, that's the only thing she would really vibe to is Afro beats. Like she wouldn't fall asleep
Nice.
to nothing but Afro beats. Now she don't
That
give a
burner
fuck,
boy
but
on.
Yeah, Burner
She
Boy.
got rhythm, she got to have that rhythm.
Dave is like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
It's like, are you guys talking about
putting
African
you on,
music? Like really from
Putting
Africa?
you on,
African
son.
beats like Zimbabwe?
We putting you on, son. Look up some Afro beats,
Word.
Word.
Like
I'll
you
do
said,
that
like-
right after we wrap up.
some shit.
Like Don said, it's a vibe, It's just like a
It
chill
is, yeah.
groove. It's like chill, laid back background music.
Hell yeah.
Nah, I like it.
Feel
a
like
lot.
vacation all time.
If they're not from Zamunda, I'm not fucking with them.
Damn, son.
Boy, what if they were
I gotta
Wakanda?
do it.
Come on, man. Why you gonna fuck all my shit like that, man? Come on.
I cannot believe it.
That was my shit. Yeah. Fucking love that movie. All right. Oh shit.
My favorite segment.
All right, we'll start with an easy one.
Sure.
If you guys could master one skill, what would it be? Complete mastery.
Complete mastery.
Every facet of that skill on lock.
Cunnilingus.
I could teach you a little something.
I was about to say, bro. At this age.
I mean, I think I'm good, but I think there are some new tricks. If I knew all of it, yeah, you're not getting away. You're not squirming your way out of this one.
All the skills, and that's what you're trying to master.
No, I'm just fucking around. Oh man, honestly, that's a tough one. You had the chance to think about this since it's your question. What's your answer while we kind of come up with something here?
I've always wanted to speak multiple languages. If I could get it down like that, like the homie Xiaoma from YouTube that speaks all the different like Asian languages and fucks people's shit up when he's in like Chinatown and shit because he's just like a normal looking white dude. I think that would be dope. And I mean, that's a skill that you could bank on. You could be an interpreter. I mean, there's so many things you can do with multiple languages. If I could master like learning new languages and picking up whatever language I felt like super easily, I feel like that'd be dope. I'd fuck with that.
Does that include like accents of the same language?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you master a language, you got your dialects down, your everything. You're a master, son.
That's pretty dope.
That's
That's not a bad skill. I fuck with that.
I would, if I had the opportunity to, or if I could. It sounds weird because obviously I'm a podcaster, but what's the word? Is it conversationalist? Conversation.
That is a word, yes.
That is a word, yeah. In the English vernacular.
Pretty much just master
Like public
being
speaking or what?
Like the gift of
yeah,
gab.
like the gift of gab, like being able to switch, like to not get lost in my thoughts and just know how to navigate through like different conversations. Just because everything in life has to do with that, right? You like when it comes to like what we do, when it comes to selling a product, even if it's your own, like it's all down to you having a conversation, explaining something to a T, and convincing someone that they actually like need this, right? And that's and or just like even just gaining their
Like being a good
their
salesperson.
attention. Yeah, well, I mean, just like gaining their attention to the point of like, yo, I like this dude knows. You know what I mean? Like,
That's oration.
I really just like talking to this dude.
Oration, I
because-
think that's what you're
What is
thinking.
it?
Oration.
Oration.
Yeah,
Nice.
a good
I've never heard
orator.
of
Oration is like a
Never
good
heard of
talker.
yeah, like Dave Chappelle.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where he just takes like a conversation. You know, he's literally now in his later years, he doesn't even really do comedy. He's just speaking, but he's speaking so well, and he throws like little shit in there that is funny.
Right.
That people just listen to him and they're drawn to it. You know, you may like it or you hate it, but that's all he really does. You know, you may like him or hate him, but Joe Rogan's the same way. He knows how to navigate a conversation.
Yeah, he's a good one too.
In one way or another, and he can last like 4 hours just conversing. And when he knows that the conversation is dying, he could just pivot that to something else that maybe that person is, you know, actually enjoys talking to or talking about. So like that's one thing that I would really enjoy.
And he asks really good questions too, like that don't really drive the conversation, but it builds on the conversation.
Yeah.
He's really good at that.
Right. Because that's really all it is. Like that shit would help you in so many aspects of life. Just knowing how to converse with someone, you know?
Yeah.
We do a lot of that.
We do a lot of that. And you know what? I know that I can get better at it. So that's what I would love to do.
So is this
I
a
think-
skill that I gotta like, I'm gonna work hard at to get to, but this is the one that I'm choosing to focus on, or is it a snap my finger?
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel
okay.
like that's how I've been going with it. Cause yeah,
So for me, I would if I could have on a snap of at the snap of a finger like a skill mastered, I think it would be like coding, programming, AI kind of things, because those dudes make
coders
bang.
make bank, and they do it from the crib. They don't even have to go anywhere most of the time. Like you're
Right.
just chilling.
And I would shower. I wouldn't be like those guys. I would like shower, brush my teeth.
You can be a hygienic coder. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
very
allowed.
rare, but I would be that guy.
Facts.
Yeah, the only reason why I wouldn't want to do that is because those people are literally like they just love being home 100% of the time. Generally, I
do too.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair. That's fact. I would love to work from home and not have to deal with too many people and just write all day. Yeah, that would be dope.
No pants.
But most people that I know that are coders like that are not social at all. Like they literally just, I'm waking up, I'm going into this room, I'm doing this. Oh, it's time for dinner. Let me eat some dinner, come back, write this. Okay, now it's time for bed. Let's go. Like, holy shit.
I went to RIT.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you did too, Quest. You know, like those computer engineers, computer
Yeah, they make
science,
bank, though,
coder
man.
guys, gamer guys. These guys would be in a room for like 2 days, 3 days straight, coding, smelling
drive
like
me
hot
nuts.
garbage.
Yeah, it would drive me nuts though to be in a room.
But
like
if
that
you
for
just
that long.
snapped your fingers and you had that skill, then
Right.
you wouldn't
Yeah,
have to be
that's true.
stuck in a
Exactly.
room all day
true.
long. You know
Very
what I
true.
mean?
Exactly.
Like you would still
that-
be stuck in a room while you're working on the thing.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't struggle with
Now,
trying to
you're-
figure things out.
Yeah.
A lot of
You're
them
a
is
master.
a lot of that shit is they are pulling their fucking
Yeah.
hairs
Yeah.
trying to figure out.
Trying to break the code.
Master coder,
Like someone-
you're like hacking into shit. You're doing all kind of wild ass shit. You're doing the shit that they show us in the movies.
Breaking into mainframes and shit.
I don't know that I would. I don't know what I would do with it, but I don't know.
Not on a recorded podcast. I will not
Right.
admit to any felonies.
Let the record
Future
show.
or present.
Like I saw a meme that was a super nerdy fucking meme that had to do with coding. It was like replace your friend semicolon with a Greek question mark, which is a semicolon, but on a Greek calculator or on a Greek keyboard is going to be different, like a different button. And so it says like replace the semicolon with a Greek question mark and watch them just go nuts. I would fucking kill someone in that sense, because you know that why is this code not fucking working? The shit looks fucking perfect. Like what is going on? Yeah, that little thing is just because I've had coworkers that would do that shit.
Wait a
and
minute.
they would
What? So the Greek
they would be
question mark
knocking-
looks like a semicolon?
I think it's on the keyboard if you change
on the
it to
keyboard,
a Greek.
okay.
Yeah, if you change
Oh,
it
you
to
know
a
what? My
Greek keyboard,
is
the question
that,
mark
actually.
is a semicolon. But if you're using it like it's a different key, but it's gonna look exactly like a semicolon in the code. So they would be fucking just banging their
I see
head
what you're
against
saying.
the fucking wall, wondering why this code is not working. And that's where I would fucking want to kill someone.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I want to. I want to kill someone when my keys get misplaced.
Yeah. I have a. Yeah. We'll just keep it at that.
yeah.
I was gonna say, I have anger issues.
And I'm really tossing between like 3 different options here. It's really hard for me to, because there's one that it's like, I think I would like this, but if I was a master at it, I feel like I would be annoying.
Picking locks.
There's another
Breaking
one
into
where I'm
safes.
just kind of like, wait, what did you say?
I said
box?
picking locks, fucking breaking into safes.
I guess, yeah, that's a good. I didn't even
Like
think
50
about
years
that.
ago.
Nah, I didn't either, but still.
I mean, there's one that's a little bit more practical for me, and it's mostly because I'm really bad at math. That I kind of just like, that's a skill that I would really love to master, is like math and
Word.
people that
yeah.
do like math in their brain. So I'm probably leaning more towards that. I feel like I could accomplish a lot more if I could do
That
numbers.
opens a lot of doors.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
if you fuck with math like that.
Exactly.
that'd be a
But
lot.
my heart is telling me to choose playing the guitar. Like, that's something that I really wish I knew how to do. And if I could like just fire up, like just pick up a guitar. I hate, like, I have such envy for people that are just like, sometimes they're chilling and conversations are boring, and then there's a guitar in the corner and they just like grab it and they're just like
Shredding.
and they just start like busting out tunes, and I'm just like, damn, that's kind of cool. Like, I wish I could be that motherfucker.
That is cool.
I
Son, I
have a
remember-
fucking guitar right here in this corner that I swore I was going to learn before Tati was born, and I was going to be a master guitarist. I bought all this shit, and I was like, oh, I could just learn this shit on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
you
that
need
way.
time for things like that, apparently.
Practice.
Yeah. I remember asking my dad for a guitar when I was young. I saw it in the window of a store. I was like, Dad, can you buy me a guitar? And he looked me dead in the eye, right? And he said, son, that's for white people. And I
What
never
about
got my
Carlos
guitar.
Santana?
What about Carlos Santana?
He didn't take that
That's some
into
fuckery.
effect. Yeah.
Your dad's a trip.
Yep.
Word. I thought you was gonna say like you're not
Now
a
let's
bitch.
go see the birdcage.
Yeah, exactly.
Start there for white folks. Let's go see Robin Williams gay as a
Shut
bitch.
your gay ass up. Let's go watch the birdcage.
No
ain't raising
guitar,
no
you
pussy.
fucking pussy. Let's just go see a gay movie now.
Right. Shut up, you queer. Let's go watch Magic Mike.
Don't be a little bitch. Let's go see these dudes
I mean-
getting naked.
I mean, in his defense, that was the first movie that I've ever seen him walk out on. So he
right.
wasn't very
So
impressed.
he walks.
Wait,
the
he
walk,
started
talks
watching
the
Magic
talk.
Mike?
No. We went to.
I was about to say like what?
No,
I
he
remember-
stayed for all of Magic Mike. Don't worry.
yeah. He saw
That
that twice.
Tatum kid.
He saw that twice.
He's going places.
When I was younger, I remember going to the theater with my dad to watch Birdcage.
Really?
Because he was a big Robin Williams fan. And looks like he did no research on this movie. Back in the
He
days,
saw
there
no
was
trailer,
Yeah,
no
there
commercial.
wasn't a lot
There
of
was no computer.
Robin Williams gotta be funny.
There was no computer
It's gotta
back then,
fuck.
and if there was, he didn't know what the fuck to do with it.
God.
So we just went, oh, it's a new Robin Williams movie. We go to see that halfway through. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Damn, halfway? He waited halfway through? That
I don't know.
sounds gay as a
how it
bitch,
was.
son. I'm sus as fuck.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But this is also the man that would always watch fucking John Leguizamo stand up, and he was like cross dressing and all kind of shit. So it's
Yeah,
like,
fucking Tu Wong
I don't get
Fu.
your stance here, man.
Did he take you to see Tu Wong Fu at any
He
point?
did not take me to see Tu Wong Fu, but I knew. I mean, I know
You
what
watched
it
it
is,
on
so
your
I'm
own,
assuming
didn't
he
you?
did see it.
Exactly.
No, I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
That's wild.
All right.
So that joke had some truth to it. Though. Let's go see Birdcage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
hilarious.
that wasn't a joke at all.
That was a callback to a time when I explained.
Call back to like
Wow.
the third episode when you told that story.
Good callback.
Deep
Yeah.
cut.
Deep cut.
Cut for the real ones. The real ones know.
The real ones know that walks that fucks with Birdcage. All right. Next question. So this question was, I saw it online. Apparently, this question was asked to somebody on a job application that they were filling out online.
Oof.
And I thought it was kind of a shitty question, so I wanted to bring it to you guys.
Nice.
You've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant?
You can't give it away or sell it?
Can't give it away or sell it. So no giving it to a zoo or a fucking society of something that you what do you do? You can't give it away and you can't sell it.
Fuck.
I wouldn't get the job, but I would have a good answer.
Yeah.
I would
That's
let
what we're here
people
for,
ride
baby.
them.
Exactly.
I would let people ride them like in Thailand, so they'd be like an elephant slave at my house, and I make some money over this thing.
Okay, so you're charging for elephant rides.
Yeah, $10 a ride.
Yeah. Oh, you want to flip off the trunk? That's $50. Let's go.
Word. That's a legit answer. Turn it into a
stuck with
slave.
it. That's crazy. What
That
kind of
was-
interview is that? Jesus.
That was
That
going to
was
be my
Google.
answer to create some sort of little business offering rides, but since I can't do that, I teach the elephant to just splash water and start a car wash.
Oh, spraying water out of the
Yeah,
trunk.
just-
hosing
yeah.
it.
It would-
I would go get my whip washed by an elephant
Facts.
as long as it wouldn't smash it or some shit. Like you
Facts.
gotta train
as soon
that
as they
bitch.
see like, yo, it's an elephant splashing water on me, I'm in, bro. I'm paying for that.
In both of our cases, the elephants are going to rampage and kill people.
Yeah, after like 5 years though, it's gonna be a little bit. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So I made a profit by then. Fuck it.
Dumbo will rebel.
Johnny, what are you doing with your elephant?
It might get repossessed by by the city though.
Right.
I mean, in
Like,
this.
what
no
the fuck are
payments.
you doing with an elephant in your front yard?
Yeah, I'm sure.
On Arbutus, get this shit out of here.
Arbutus. And if in this scenario I'm still married, then I'm doing nothing. This is my new pet. Like, welcome to my life. This is your sister Chica and your other sister Tati.
I know
I'm
where
now
you live.
taking
Where are
care
you
of
keeping this?
I
Where are
don't
you
know,
keeping this?
but I will have. Well, maybe I'll like find some like sanctuary or something to freaking have to support this thing at. There's no way my wife will let me do anything to this animal that is other than taking care of it and nurturing it until its death.
Yeah, giving it a great life until it
Yeah.
no longer has one.
Basically. Yeah. I was at the aquarium this weekend and we're watching the sea lion show, and the only thing she says to me the entire show, I'm thinking like, oh, this is actually like, I'm kind of impressed with how they're doing the show. They're not making them work a lot. Like they're doing like very few tricks before they move them on to the next. And, you know, they're only one sea lion at a time. They're not doing anything wild. So I'm like, oh, I'm kind of impressed, you know, like, oh, okay. Like I look at her and she's like, I hope these sea lions are happy.
Yeah,
Did they
He
seem
brought me to
happy?
this animal jail.
I'm like, they look happy. She's like, all I care is, do you think they're happy?
Probably not. They're probably very sad.
No, they're fucking
They're not happy.
in jail.
yeah. Are prisoners happy? No, they're not.
Exactly.
As we would, he's like, you remember Mayor of Kingstown? Yeah, that's the human version of their lives.
Damn. Oh, I hope it's not that bad. But
It is, though.
But yeah, basically. So yeah, I would start an animal elephant sanctuary. Our elephant would
To
be
rescue
the first
other-
one, and
other
then
elephants
yeah,
in upstate
exactly.
New
We'd start
York.
rescuing other elephants from Thailand. We'd take Wak and Donald's elephants and would bring them in. And start our
No,
own
he can't. They
safari.
can't give their elephants away.
Yeah, we can't. do
No,
that.
we would. They're not
would just
giving
house
them
them
away.
together.
We would have to
They're
buy
still
them.
mine.
I would have to buy them from Wak and Donald.
Well, fuck. Now I have to bring my elephant to your sanctuary, and I was gonna kill my elephant for the ivory tusks. That was my. I mean, do you know how much money ivory tusks would go for? First of all, and after the tusks were sold, and I had some bread, I'm gonna hack up that elephant, and I'm gonna make food
Jesus
for
Christ.
some random village, and I'm just
McDonald's
gonna cook
burgers.
this huge feast, and I'm gonna feed
Jeez.
as many villages and people as I can with this dead elephant, and I'll make a
Do
little
people
bread
eat-
from the
do people
tusks.
eat
Is that a
elephant?
thing? Is there an elephant meat burger?
I mean, if there's starving people in Africa, I think they would.
why they
want
got to be in Africa, bro?
some. That's where all the starving people are, right? Isn't
They're
that
in
what you're
LA,
told?
Skid Row.
There's starving
Oh,
people
right?
in
They're
Africa.
in LA. They're in America.
No, those junkies don't want to eat any elephants. Stop it.
Okay,
You're gonna
Ron
walk
DeSantis.
up. You're gonna walk up to one of these starving people and offer them elephant meat, and they're gonna say,
Come on, man. Why you gonna fuck all of my shit like that, man? Come on.
That's what I would say if somebody offered me elephant meat.
"That's true."
You can't tell him it's
Damn, my
elephant
man.
meat, though. You just
Yo, honestly,
it's just
honestly,
ground.
as much as I would not like to
Sloppy
witness
Joes.
this, I would like to witness you trying to kill an elephant.
That's what I was thinking. How would I kill a fucking elephant, bro? It's so big. I imagine just like a big steak of some sort, just trying to like shove it through its shit, dude. I don't know how I would kill an elephant, bro. It's gnarly. It's gnarly. It's a task all in itself. It would haunt me. It would haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
My wife
said
would
to
haunt
murder
you.
killing
Don't
this
tell
majestic
Joyce I killed
creature.
the elephant, dog. Just be like, he went to the farm. He went to the elephant farm.
He's at the glue factory. He's working
Yeah,
for them now.
Yeah, that's all.
Killing
They
bad
would be
bar.
like, "That was actually pretty easy. I might do it again."
I might become an elephant
another
serial
one?
killer at that point. Yeah.
Word, you're gonna come to my sanctuary and
I'm gonna kill all
the
y'all
elephants.
motherfucking elephants. Once I get a taste for it, no elephants are safe.
Like, yo, this sloppy Joe hit.
Oh man.
Those
Elephant,
elephant
you know,
ribs.
elephant chili?
You know I love barbecue. Elephant ribs got to be banging.
That gotta be like the
Yo.
the brontosaurus ribs and the
From
Flintstones.
Flintstones,
Word.
tip over my shit.
Tip
Hell
your
yeah,
car
I'm
over.
fucking with that all day.
It's
All day.
crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh, y'all are wilding this episode.
I really hope there's no such thing as elephant burgers.
I'm gonna look it up afterwards. We're gonna
I'm
find
gonna
out.
look it up
I'm gonna
right
look
now.
it up right now.
Let's continue.
ChatGPT,
All right.
you tell me.
Yeah, you let me know. Let me know what you see on there. If anyone's any Food Network recipes for
I wouldn't be
Bobby
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I just found out from listening to something else that whales are still being hunted.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
It's a huge
Oh my
market.
God. It is a thing. Elephant burgers.
Hey,
No,
see?
man.
There we go.
It's a brand.
Is it?
There's a picture of an elephant on that shit.
I see an article right here that says learning how to eat an elephant.
Goddamn. Bite, bite, bite.
I would reach
Every
out to the
elephant-
author and I'd be
The
like,
first-
"Hey, so
the first-
funny story.
The first sentence is every elephant can be broken down into burgers.
Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So now we know
counts.
it exists.
Yeah. No, thank you.
That got real dark.
Oh no.
Yeah. The consumption of elephant meat is illegal in most countries. However, there are a few countries where elephant meat is eaten.
Like
Typically
where?
Central Africa.
Ah.
Cameroon, the Republic of Democratic Republic of Congo,
Okay.
and Thailand.
I'm clean.
And Thailand. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right. No more elephant slaughter.
Yeah, please.
All right. Would you guys rather walk with a rollerblade on your left foot for the rest of your life, or always have a little person walking in front of you slightly slower than you would like, and reportedly this little person has a very bad temper? So
You mean your child?
do with that what you will.
this sounds like
A
parenting.
dwarf, a little person. I mean, yeah. Imagine it can be. It doesn't have to be an actual dwarf. It could be your child.
Is it an
Just-
adult or is it a child?
It's an
No, it's an adult.
It's an adult.
with
A
dwarfism.
little adult.
That's angry, and if you try to pass him, he's gonna be pissed and like
He's
just be
constantly
angry.
walking in front of you.
there's gonna be some beef.
Yes.
Yeah, if
And
you
he's
try.
slow.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you got a
rollerblade.
rollerblade. Yeah, just on one foot.
Jesus Christ.
They all come out of the tall grass as you're walking.
Damn. Sucks.
This question came from Walk, by the way.
Honestly, I would have to go with a skate on my left leg. I get annoyed when people are in front of me and I'm trying to pass them and I fucking can't. Even more so if I can't even hop over them because another one is just gonna be right in front of them. They're gonna end up fucking jumping me. It's like, nah, I'd rather spend the rest of my life explaining why I have a fucking rollerblade on one foot.
But damn, then your right leg is gonna be way stronger than your left leg because you're gonna have to kick like a skateboard, you know?
Bro,
How is your
there are
balance on
people.
one rollerblade too? You gotta think about
Yeah.
that.
That's true.
You have a great core.
Yeah, it's just like a. Yep, you're right.
Some
Exactly.
murderer
Do it
chasing
like-
your family, and there's Walk with his one rollerblade on, trying to get away mad quick.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're not wrong. Stairs would be my enemy in that situation.
Oh, that's true. Stairs. What about that?
Rollerblade,
What
it
about-
sounds way worse than a roller skate, too. Like,
Yeah.
It's not easy.
So this never comes off, like maybe when you shower, none of that? How do you get dressed with that thing on?
Ugh, trying to take a shower with that.
You got to wear
like-
You would,
Janko
honestly-
jeans only.
Just on one leg. The other one are skinny. It's a skinny leg, a skinny right leg, and a Jinko left leg.
I would have that. I would have the surgery. That the opposite of the leg heightening surgery, where it makes you taller.
Yeah.
I would have them shorten it so that I could just be one and just kind of
Damn.
be.
That sounds like a lot of work not to have a midget in front of you.
There's gonna
Hey, man.
recovery period. Yeah, there's a lot of work that's gonna.
Yeah, but everywhere you go, there's a little person in front of you.
I've been a dad
In
for
your way.
20 years.
That's true.
Damn.
I've had little people in
always a
front of me
little person.
half of my life.
So you're
But
used
not
to it.
everywhere
That's
you
just
go.
life.
Right. They're
Everywhere
angry.
you go.
I don't know.
I'm talking about this is everywhere you go.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wear a skate on my leg though.
I know. I feel you. I don't
Yeah,
want to do
that's-
that.
I'll deal with the midgets. I'm
That's
sure.
your fucking. You're
Honestly-
fucking with one skate on, son. Just like, you're like wheeling into that puss.
Bro.
Right. How do you do
It
doggy
was-
style when you're standing on the off the back?
It would suck. It would suck for the first.
Life.
No, it would suck for probably like the first few months, maybe a year. But then you just learn, like when this is every day. Now this is just
Yeah.
life, bro.
That is.
You're gonna know how to do everything with that
Gonna
one
adapt.
fucking skate.
You'd be at
on,
Max
bro.
Games with just that one rollerblade on.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I could argue the same for midgets in front of me when I'm walking,
Yeah. I guess.
or short people.
Is it the same if like you're walking to your bedroom and shit?
That's what that's where I was thinking right now. I was like, but so they're in my house. Like every time I'm walking around the house, like dude is standing
Let's
in
not
front of me.
let's not overthink it too hard, guys. Let's not go too crazy.
Yeah, because I'll crawl in the house just to keep these dudes out.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Snow
Like
White and the Seven
the
Dwarfs.
little people thing is it would be just kind of weird me out to always have a little person right in front of me. That would
Unless-
just
It doesn't always have to
Unless-
be the same one either. It could just be a different.
Unless she's bad as a motherfucker, son.
That'd be even worse though, because now you don't know this person in front of you.
But you know they're pissed either way.
Yeah.
They're,
know they're
evil,
angry.
So don't be a
yeah.
dick.
I think you're right. I would rather it's the same person, because then I'd be like, "Yo, what
Right.
up, Don?" Or I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
Wow, my bad.
Wow.
What up, Alex?
Sensitive is right.
You
What
just
up,
have Peter
Alex? You're,
Dinklage from
We're back for another walk today.
you just have Peter Dinklage from
That'd be chill.
Elf.
That would be chill.
How he was fucking
Ooh,
angry
yeah.
in Elf and shit.
You're an angry elf.
Call me an elf
What
one
was
more
his-
time.
Miles Finch.
Yeah, Miles.
Yeah,
Finch.
Miles Finch. To have Miles Finch in front of you at all fucking times, I'd have to fucking punt his ass.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That too. You could just take out your anger on this angry midget.
That's true. Yeah.
He'll come back.
But you're the only one that would go to jail.
Yeah.
And it'd be
He
hate
won't go
crime.
to jail for yeah.
Imagine having a one rollerblade on in jail.
Rollerblade on in jail.
Yeah, son. I mean, yeah.
You ain't getting away.
That would be bad. Actually, you probably get away pretty quickly. Kick push, bro. Just treat it like a skateboard, son.
No. I was gonna go rollerblade, but then I thought, if you're walking behind a dwarf, and you know, think about yourself out in public.
Sure.
You, at least myself, like if I were to see a dwarf, like you know, I would be extra courteous. I'd get out of the way. I would make sure that you know, like he had a path cleared. So if you could use this dwarf almost as like a blocker. You know, you're walking wherever you want to go, and there's no one's gonna get in his way. They don't want to be a dick. They don't want to be rude. And if they did, he would fucking lay into him because he's pissed off and shit. So you would just have somebody. If you could just learn to walk a little bit
So
slower.
you got like a dwarf bodyguard almost.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what I feel like it would become. Absolutely. 100%. You nailed it. A dwarf bodyguard.
not
It'd be
wrong.
like a little dwarf Kevin Costner in Bodyguard.
Kevin Costner.
And I would be like Whitney. And I wouldn't have to worry about shit.
He's gonna carry you across the threshold.
Right. He's eating his little peach with the knife. You guys remember Bodyguard when he was eating.
Who would be the jealous sister?
Who is the jealous sister in Bodyguard? That would be the same jealous sister for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like that would hit.
Sure.
Nah, let's see. All right, so,
So
that
is
was
that
the
the
end of
last
the
question,
questions, right?
Dave?
No, what's the difference between... No, that's it. That's all I got.
Waited till the week I was here.
Right.
All right, let's see.
So do you guys know the difference? You
know what it's time for.
And a cat.
What'd you say?
What's the difference between a hat and a hoodie?
They both go on your head, cook.
What's the difference
right.
between headphones and earphones?
Y'all crazy funny today.
Oh shit.
All right, what we got?
Wait, this is my segment? This is what we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we got anything to talk about? Y'all seen this person that apparently ran the social media for the NBA on they posted on Facebook about how the NBA don't pay them shit.
Oh no.
From the social media.
It was like the social media manager or whatever posted on the Facebook account. I think this is too long. Yeah, this is the Facebook account. Somebody on the official NBA account basically posted on Facebook, how do I log out of this? I haven't worked here in weeks. Anyway, the NBA overextends its social media employees greatly to the detriment of their health and social lives for a salary of less than $50,000 annually after taxes. I worked 14-hour shifts. Shout out to Adam Silver. Yeah, we don't get health insurance until 90 days on the job. That's silly, isn't it? Anyways, glad I resigned. Donate to mental health causes.
Jesus.
That person woke up and chose war that day.
Yo, for real.
I haven't heard anything about this, but yeah, that tracks. I mean, when it comes to social media management, I feel like they don't really think that is a skill to where they would want to, as important as it is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they truly feel like, yo, this is a skill. So yeah, I'm gonna pay you less than $50K. No, you're
after
not gonna
taxes though. So I mean, $50K after taxes. That's like after taxes, you're probably paying
right.
like 30% in taxes.
$50K after taxes. That's probably like $75K, right?
75, 80K, somewhere around there.
That's actually not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not
and
bad,
assuming you're
unless you live in New York City and then you're fucked.
Right. And if you're making $50K after taxes, maybe you're paying for benefits after 90 days, that's pre-tax money. And, retirement, that's pre-tax money. That's going to bring your taxable amount way down. So, I don't know. I hear you, but I don't know.
I mean, I feel like, there's a little bit of both on that. For me, it's just hilarious that homie is posting on the official NBA account. But social media is like one of those skills that every company needs, but they feel like too many people know how to do it, and that's why they typically get paid less than the average. They're probably on the lower scale. I mean, I'm going to assume that the NBA is based either in New York or LA. One of these places is where this person works. So,
Sure.
It's not the greatest
It's
salary.
probably not a livable wage. If
Right.
Like,
But it's also
where
not.
Dave is out in the Bay Area and shit like that. I don't know personally. Dave, you would know more than I. But would that be $50K after tax? Would that be something manageable on the West Coast like that?
Not by yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Not by yourself is right. I mean, I think the worst part about it is the 14-hour shifts without breaks. That's some fuckery. To make that much bread and work 14 hours in a shift.
Yeah. I mean, where they really get that, I've always thought that, like, it's bullshit when they give people a salary. Like, it sounds good on paper.
Yeah.
Right? I'm guaranteed this amount of money, whether I'm, and I can take these times off. But you know what? More times than not, they are going to take advantage of the fact that you are salaried.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to work you those 12-hour days, those, can you travel? And you're pretty much working the entire time. Oh, no, yeah, but we're not paying you anymore. They take advantage of that shit a lot. And that was always in all of the jobs that I've had when someone was working salary. That's exactly what they're telling me they're doing. Oh, they're not looking forward to, like, how I would look forward to a trip to San Francisco in the last job that I had, right? Mm-hmm. I'd be looking forward to that. Like, fuck yeah, I want a free trip to San Francisco take some time out, blah, 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 my coworker would be like, nah, I don't get fucking paid extra for that. Like, I would get paid for the travel, for this and that, and their salary. So it's just like, nah, I don't get paid fucking extra for that. They're going to give me the same exact amount. Yeah. And now I got to, travel all this time that I'm not getting fucking paid for that travel. So, so they would be bummed about that. So, it's just, I just don't agree with that whole salary shit. Y'all might have a different spot on that.
Give and take. I mean, I think there's times where I've been at so many salaried jobs now for the last probably 20 years, I would say, other than the Apple store that I worked hourly. Pretty much every other job has been salary paid. And there's times where I feel like I definitely work way more than what especially the job that I had before, the job that I'm at now. Like, I was putting in easily 60 to 80 hours a week and getting paid for 35. These fucking assholes didn't even pay me 40 hours so that they didn't have to pay me health insurance. Fucking rat bastards.
Yeah, and that's in my
church, but
no, I've heard some horror stories about that church.
So,
but
yeah, exactly. So so there's that side of it, but then there's also sometimes where it does work in your favor, and you do have a little bit extra swing, a little bit extra pull. You have a little bit more flexibility because you know that no matter what, like, I'm guaranteed my 40 hours for this week, and
sure,
I can do what needs to be done as long as my work is getting done. So it really depends on the role and kind of what you're doing. As far as travel, for me, like, I've had roles where I travel a lot, or 3 weeks out of the month I'm on the move, and I don't get paid extra to do that travel, but they also don't take anything from me. So I'm allowed to get all the benefits of that travel, being all the credit card points and the travel bonuses and I always stay at the same hotel and I fly with the same airline. So I'm getting all the, the airline miles, and I'm, platinum plus at Marriott and all the shit. Like, that's like, all right, yeah, I gotta, do this extra work to do my job. But when I do take vacation, it's almost free because I'm not paying for anything because I'm spending points or whatever.
Sure, but in the life of, like, in context of the conversation, someone who does the social media for, like, the NBA, I mean,
they're not getting that.
Where we're living right now, that sounds like an awesome, situation.
Yeah, Rochester.
Where I'm running the social media and I'm getting paid $50K after taxes. That sounds great to me. But someone that,
but not
exactly,
at 14
chances
hours.
are, no, not at 14 hours. But I'm just saying, like, you can't go anywhere. Like, you are literally stuck online.
Yeah.
Trying to put shit up. So it sucks. You're not really going anywhere. I'm sure, like, even if they have, like, games and shit where they want to shoot pictures and shit, they have someone else who's filming all that shit. They just send it to you. So you're not getting, at least, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the details of the job.
Right.
But it looks like you're not getting much of those perks at all. So that would suck.
But isn't, like, a social media role, isn't that like an entry-level marketing role? Isn't that like intern?
Often, yeah.
Recent graduate, you're trying to get experience in the field. You do social media for like 2 years, and then you, like, move up, or you self-promote, like, by getting a new job.
At a director level or something. But no, I would say more often, yeah. It's exactly what you said, yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then shitty to say, but the person should just take that experience. Hey, it's something to put in your fucking resume that you manage the social media for the fucking NBA.
Right.
So if you're not happy with that, you have that in your resume, obviously you're not happy, so you're looking for some other shit. When some other shit comes around, move the fuck on. You don't have to do all of that bullshit where you're posting the shit up and blasting the fucking company that gave you that opportunity.
Yeah,
you took that fucking opportunity. You know, so and once you sign up for a salary, that's pretty much what you're signing up for. It doesn't sound like you are, but you asked. I mean, you said okay to the salary. If it wasn't to your specifications, like you said, put that shit on your resume. Look for something new with that on your resume and move the fuck on, bro. Like that's it.
You got no sympathy for this person who already did quit, by the way. Like they didn't even work for the NBA anymore. They were just like, oh shit, I still have access to this, so I'm about to shout them the fuck out and talk shit about the NBA.
I'll say from my perspective, like I happen to work in corporate finance, and the first 3 years you eat shit. Like I currently work like 560 hours in 2 months, and then I work 160 for a month. And that's the cycle I go through until I get some seniority.
Jesus Christ, that sounds wild.
It's insane. It's insane. But in corporate finance, you know, when you come into this field, that's the life you live. You work a lot of hours. And, you know, honestly, I'm at like a chill type job. Like there's certain fields in corporate finance where you're working 100 hours a week for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like all year round. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know. It sucks that this person had to go through that.
Maybe, but
yeah, those people eat. Those people that I mentioned, they eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people that I mentioned working like 100 hours a week for 3 years straight, they're making like 300 bands a year, easy. But yeah, I feel it sucks that this person had to go through it, but I mean, you're in marketing.
I don't have any sympathy for that. I mean, strictly on the fact that how many fucking jobs have we had where it was a shitty fucking situation?
Yeah.
Right? You're just a number. You're working all these fucking hours. They're working you to the bone. They're not giving you enough fucking money. Like, I've been in that situation. And you know what? Maybe I'll be talking to y'all personally, and I'll say, yo, fuck that company, man. Fuck that shit. You know, like, but to blast it online just because it happens to be the fucking NBA, like, you signed up for it and you had the opportunity at any fucking point to move the fuck on with your life. Right? And when you did, and when you probably got to the point where you quit, right? You didn't even have something else lined up for it. And so now you have to make it a public spectacle, which is why I don't have any sympathy for the person, right? Is like, you could have chosen to quit the job and move on to something else, or look for something else first, put in your 2-week notice and move the fuck on with your life. But nowadays it's so fucking easy to put a company through the bullshit of just like social media and making it a big thing when everyone, like, there's a million fucking shitty jobs out there. You either do it or you fucking don't. We've all been sucked into a job that really fucking sucked. And you know what we did? We either fucking did it or we fucking didn't. And we moved on with our fucking lives and found some shit that we can fuck with. So no, I don't have any sympathy because of the way that they went about it.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's probably my main issue with it too. Like the attention mongering.
Yeah, like, it's all for attention.
Look at me, my job sucks. Motherfucker, everybody's job sucks.
Everybody, like, what the fuck?
That's fair.
Sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. In another episode of Elon trying to ruin X.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Two things happened since our last recording that were controversial. First, he announced that they're getting rid of blocking. You won't be able to block anyone anymore. Only DMs. But this hasn't rolled out yet. But that he announced that was coming. I think unless you pay, if you're a Twitter Blue subscriber, I think you'll still be able to block people. But if not, you can only mute people. Which I don't understand exactly why. I mean, they're kind of similar, but in my mind, I'm assuming it's because he's trying to game the engagement numbers to keep selling ads. And so
That makes sense.
If something's not blocked, then it can still be viewed. But if it's blocked, then it can't be viewed. And so it still counts as kind of a view in some way. I don't know. For me, that's what I feel like it has something to do with that. That's the first thing that they rolled out. The second thing, or that they announced that they will be rolling out. The second thing he announced that they'll be rolling out. And again, I don't get exactly why, but I'm assuming it has to do with engagement numbers. They're no longer going to show the headline of an article when you post it on X. I was going to say Twitter, but it's X now. So when you post an article, you post a link to an article on Twitter, it usually does, or on X rather, it usually does like an auto fill, right? And it expands that link. It shows you an image, and then it shows the headline of that article that you posted. And apparently, that's no longer going to be the case. It's only going to show the image and the URL, and that's it. And then, of course, you can write whatever the fuck you want in the tweet, or I don't even know what they call it, the X post, whatever. I'm just gonna continue to call it Twitter and tweets.
Sure.
You can still write whatever the hell you want in the tweet, right? So you can say that this article is about Donald saving 100 children from the Hawaiian fires, and there's a photo of Donald swimming in a bathtub, and you can believe that until you click the link and realize that the story is about something completely different. I guess I don't understand. I feel like he's literally trying to ruin this platform versus building it up. Like, how is this a good thing? Either of these two things that they announced, I just don't understand what's happening over there. And Threads has posted updates, but they're not doing nearly enough to catch up to what Twitter used to be. So there's still there's a huge disconnect right now in that kind of space.
I mean, and I was just going to bring up that it all falls in line with the other fucking headline that has to do with Twitter. It's the fact that fucking Elon Musk himself has admitted that, hey, yeah, X may fail. And they're running with it because, I mean, even he knows he's obviously struggling with improving this. No matter how much shit he talks, no matter what he keeps doing, he keeps running on emotion rather than what most people are running off, which is consumer, right? He's going off of his experience, what he would like. And, we're right back with what's his name? Who is with the fucking fireworks? Dave, what's the movie with David Spade?
Joe Dirt?
Joe Dirt. Yes. We're right back at Joe Dirt with the fucking fireworks. It's not what you like, it's the consumer.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and he's just not following that. He's just again, he's going off of emotion. Yeah, I want these things, and I really, and I'm gonna do whatever to have these things. But the shit that you want and the shit that you want to fucking do isn't fucking working. So maybe the people that use this every day and have been using this every fucking day, maybe listen to them and see what the fuck that they would want and then honor that and then move forward. Or just let fucking somebody else do it. You own the company, sure. Let other people fucking figure out what's going on. Leave that shit alone, bro.
Facts.
I'm not an Elon fan, but I would like to think that he's more analytical with it than that.
No, he's not. I used to think he was more analytical, and I used to think that he was he's. I mean, he's obviously a smart guy because he's accomplished a few great things and whatnot. But I thought he was way smarter than how I view him now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now it just seems like, I mean, he's obviously smart, but it's like in this sense. This shit is failing. Literally everybody who's used to going to Twitter is only going to Twitter because they're hoping that at some point Twitter will go back to what it used to be, and we're just going through the oh fuck, he fucked that. Okay, like this is something new. Okay, but people like me just keep going because they allow porn, and Threads hasn't done that. Once Threads allows porn.
It all comes back to porn, baby.
Baby, like, yeah, I'm all in. Like, I wouldn't have to go to X. The guys, every time y'all send me a fucking link to something on X, I'll be like, oh shit, that was interesting. And then I'll scroll like once, and it's some fucking big titty chick, and I'm just like, ooh, let me look at that. Right. And then you go down a fucking
titty wormhole.
Yeah. Dave was just like, man, I this comes, it means something when it comes from me, but maybe you have a problem there, but because it happens literally every time.
Yeah, I can't open Twitter in public or X in front of my kids, in front of the No, I can't.
I can't either.
Because I know the next thing I'm gonna see is gonna be some oiled up big titty bitch.
Yeah, huge ass.
Yeah.
Every time I get that link, I'm like, oh, shit.
Right. Yeah, literally. Literally.
I learned that lesson the hard way a few times. Be out in public, I hit the link, and it's like, oh, all right. For a split second, there's a giant fucking ass.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Classic.
It's not even that. Like if it was an ass, it'd be like, oh shit. But when it's a chick spread open with her fucking pussy lips out, it's like, oh, okay, maybe
Jesus
that.
Christ. You follow the wildest ass
rough.
accounts.
Yeah, that's a lot, kid. I mean, but I will say I do like the unblocking. Yeah, look, seek Jesus. I like the unblocking though. I like the unblocking. I like that.
What do you mean?
Because a lot of
that blocks are no longer a thing. Because you've been blocked too many times.
Yeah, I like that. No, but no, I'm not even on Twitter like that. Like, I haven't been on X in like a year maybe, but I know like celebrities block people when somebody says something they don't like or whatever, and then that engagement goes away. I think I agree with you. I think Elon Musk is trying to big up engagement because they're so deep into debt that they they almost defaulted on their first interest payment, and that might be a thing again. So like he's trying to big up engagement, but I like the non-blocking. I initially liked the no headlines because that's clickbait, but I guess they could still clickbait the story.
That was part of it. From what I heard was that the idea was to reduce clickbait, which I get, but if you can write whatever the fuck you want in the tweet, that becomes the new headline, and that absolutely can be clickbait. Yeah. You can write whatever the fuck you want as the headline in the tweet, and then when you click on it, it's completely different.
Yeah, that's buns.
Word. Yeah, it's all going down the drain anyway. Fucking X is tanking so fucking hard. And
honestly, I hope this is the beginning of the downfall of social media. That would be great.
I don't think it's all social media at all.
Yeah,
social media is only getting worse. It's gonna get bigger, bro. Honestly,
I feel like
this is the downfall of X/Twitter for sure. But like, I don't see it improving unless he gives all the rent. Like, he fired everybody who could have,
because he couldn't afford to pay him.
Sure,
but I feel like every social media company is losing share to a different one, and it's becoming really compartmentalized between different sects of people, and now it's a smaller group in different social medias, and it's just becoming nothing. It's becoming a group chat. You know what I mean?
It's the same. the same people are using social media, it's not growing, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Or the share the share of the consumer is spread out is being divided more.
Yeah, but it's not going to end unless the consumers stop using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
mean
that's what I'm saying. Like even though it's like coasting on the same amount of users, and not even that, because all these kids nowadays are like waiting to fucking jump on social media because it's the shit. You know, it's the thing.
maybe
Until people stop actually using social media, it will always be a thing. And I think it's not it maybe it's this form of social media is possibly dwindling. But there will be another form of social media that will take its place, and we're just waiting for that thing that takes its place. Because you know, like how before it was like MySpace, and then Facebook took that down. But once Facebook came up and Zuckerberg is pretty much buying the competition, because there's always something that could possibly take it. And what he's doing is just buying it and putting it into the app, or he's completely copying it and absorbing it into the same shit to kill them off. So he's creating that space that seems so fucking necessary to people. So I don't see social media dying like anytime soon. It will just evolve into something else. But it may evolve into like if augmented reality or VR takes off or some shit, it may just be something where we're all meeting in a virtual space.
ugh.
I know. I'm just saying it's just going to evolve into something else. I can't understand or think about what that might be, but something else is going to, if Facebook were to fall or Instagram or any of that, it's because something else took its place.
Yeah, probably right. You're probably right.
Hopefully it's something like not detrimental to society.
Isn't it all though? I mean, whatever. Let's not get into that shit. 'Cause
MySpace was okay. I don't think it killed anybody or destroyed us. I mean, I'm not saying Facebook has killed anybody, but
It's the comment sections that fucking is
yeah.
helping with fucking dividing people.
I feel like social media could be a great tool if you use it to connect, but we're stupid as a civilization, so we just make it other shit.
Yeah. Well, no, it's literally the comment section, because we can share the things that we would love to fucking share. But the second that someone adds their thoughts to what you are sharing, it gives them a false sense of importance that what they think actually counts to somebody. And then you will find somebody, no matter what you say, you will find somebody that will agree with you.
That's true.
And if that jumps on there, now you have a giant fucking false sense of importance there, because everyone is just jumping on your fucking bandwagon, right? It really comes down to that you were the first person to say this thing that resonated with a bunch of other fucking idiots that thought exactly the same thing, and now you feel like, oh shit, like I could, I feel like a leader or some bullshit, when it's like,
Yeah, like 6 million was a big number, right?
when honestly we're all fucking just it's all a chess game, really. It's pitting people against each other, like, you know how they say a lot of those especially on Twitter, a lot of that shit is just bots that know these are the things that trigger you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spam this person with all of that shit that just makes you feel like you're right. It's just like feeding that thing inside of you to make you just like act on instinctively much more, and you know, it just feeds off that. So some bullshit.
Basically. What else is there to talk about here? By the
Cali
time
hurricane?
this episode airs, we should
The Yankees will have lost 9 in a row.
That sucks.
The Yankees would have lost 9 in a row by the time this episode airs.
Yeah. There's no hope for them. Sorry.
This season.
Sorry for the Yankee fans. It's
True sadness.
probably the worst season that we've had in the last 20 years. If not
95
more.
maybe, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, this is more of a kind of a happy story in a way. By the time this episode airs, at this point of the day, as it should air on Thursday, the 24th, Mr. Donald Trump will have surrendered himself to the Fulton County jailhouse, and then he will continue running for president on bail, multiple bails.
200,000, right?
200,000 for the Georgia case. Yeah.
He made a joke. Did you hear the joke?
No. What was
That
the
he would
joke?
flee the country and be under a gold dome with Vladimir Putin. Swear to God.
I don't think that was a joke.
Maybe not, but I read it before I came here today.
Jesus Christ. He was supposed to, he swore that he was going to have a press conference yesterday on Monday when he was originally charged, and we talked about it last week. He said that he was going to have a press conference next Monday that will provide irrefutable evidence that showed how the election was stolen. And then, I don't know, randomly, all of a sudden, he decided to cancel the press conference, and nothing came about it because more than likely now he knows you're going to go to jail, bro. Like, you keep on pulling this bullshit. I heard today that apparently Mark Meadows has flipped and will be testifying against him. He was one of those that was charged in the Georgia case. And they've basically convinced that he will admit that he told Trump multiple times to stop doing what he's doing, and that there is no legal standing for his case of election fraud or interference or all of the things. And that, I feel like that's basically what's going to happen. All the people that he relied upon all these years are just going to slowly fall and say, yeah, I'm not willing to go to jail for you, bro.
That's what happens with a RICO case, though. Like, every time.
100% of the time. So it might have been the smartest thing that the Georgia prosecutor did was to make it a RICO case, because a RICO case honestly doesn't need a lot. Like, one of the reasons for RICO cases is that you don't have a huge burden of proof. Like, it's really easy to prove conspiracy for mob bosses, right? Like, yeah, you directed and other people did it, and all we have to prove is that other people did it because they were influenced by you. And that's really easy. You're not guilty of doing anything. You're just guilty of directing. Yeah, it's really easy to prove that he was guilty of directing this. And apparently I was watching, I think it was Legal Eagle on YouTube, who was talking about how the RICO case, or rather the RICO law in Georgia, is actually even broader than like the federal RICO law. So it's even easier to prove racketeering. So he's probably going to get fucked in Georgia. Now, whether or not he'll, do any actual time is a whole different story. But convictions, yeah, I think I've always been kind of all my money's on the Georgia case. I didn't really fuck with any of the other ones. The second Jack Smith case, I was a little surprised by. I mentioned it last week with the January 6th stuff. I was a little shocked that they ended up charging him, and I think that there's some legs on that case as well. There was something that happened today where, like, apparently Trump tried to delay the trial till 2026, and Jack Smith immediately came and refiled a motion asked the judge to expedite that motion and basically destroyed their whole like defense for why the case needed to be moved. Like they were saying some shit about like, oh, we already have another case that we have to be present for on December 11th. And Jack Smith was basically like, yeah, that totally understand that. We can have our jury selection on December 12th. Like there's no reason you got to move this shit 2 years from now.
Right.
There was mad shit that he just like straight up destroyed. It's not looking good for the homie, even though he's still polling high in the Republican primaries. You know, I said this last week. I'll say it again. I don't think he's got a shot to win the full-on general election. I think that's going to be a big challenge. They'll put another big stink. They'll say election fraud again. But if he wins the primary, I don't think he'll win the general.
I don't think he will either. But who do you think is winning the primary? It's not Ron DeSantis. I don't think he's like.
No, not Ron DeSantis.
The Indian guy.
There's, I think right now, who's polling high is Chris Christie, and then that
he's not winning shit.
The other dude,
Swammer Mommy.
Yes, yeah, the Indian dude. I can't remember his first name.
That's very wrong. I pronounced it very wrong.
I can't remember his name. But yeah, VS. Let's just call him that. He's polling pretty high, but I don't think he's got a shot either. He's too young. He's only 38. He was on the Bill Maher podcast this past week, and he said a lot of really good shit. I'm sure a lot of his policies are still shit I wouldn't agree with, but a lot of the shit that he talked about on there is like, well, yeah, you're not the worst Republican. You're probably you're a you know, I'll take this pill. I'll swallow that pill if it needed to be. Of all Republicans,
yeah, he's definitely not the worst Republican.
Yeah.
So do you think currently, because you know, obviously, I don't really follow a lot of political shit. So do you think that this presidency is for sure going to go to a Republican? We don't have any strong Democrats that are.
I mean, nobody's really challenging Biden except for RFK, and RFK he don't got a shot against Biden.
No.
Yeah, Biden is gonna be. He's the incumbent, so he's gonna continue.
That's true.
He's gonna continue. You know, the Democratic Party's gonna support him.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, and if it's Trump and Biden, it's probably going to be Biden again.
Yeah, if it's Trump and Biden, there's no way Trump is beating Biden.
No.
If it's somebody else, I think they may have a better shot. And the only reason I think is because I don't think Trump was going to win any swing voters. Like, there's no independents that are going to go Trump's direction. Biden would literally have to throw up and vomit on stage while tripping and say that the current president of the U.S. is Putin in order for him to lose, you know, the Democratic and swing vote. Like, other than
you're acting like this is
these are all possible. These are all things that are possible. Agreed. But they would all have to happen on TV at the same time.
He fell asleep today at the fucking Hawaii ceremony for the wildfires. There's videos of him fucking sleeping while these people are talking about their family that died last week.
Jeez.
It's not a great look.
No,
he's just old as fuck.
I really wish that he wasn't running and that they would have replaced him with someone better and younger. But the fact is, there's no one better. Like,
Sleepy Joe.
Who's a good Democrat out there? Nobody knows. No one that would like actually win. I have strong hopes for the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer. I think she could do it, but not this time around. Maybe next time.
She's not getting swing voters either, though.
She's what?
She's not getting swing voters either.
No,
though.
she's a little. I mean, I think between now and then, I think she can soften her image a little.
She can pull it up.
I don't think she's as hardcore on the progressive liberal shit that has been kind of dampening the Democratic Party lately.
Sure.
But yeah, there's not a lot of good options out there. I don't know, Dave. What do you think about this?
Fuck all these politics, bro. It's
Facts.
fucking Biden acting like an asshole, Trump acting like a dickhead, RFK's a wacko, bro. I can't even lock it down.
Yeah, you can't even fucking. That's why I don't want to like follow it, because everyone is. It seems like the more absurd these people are, there are that many people out there that are fucking like really buying into that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. It really is. Like the fact that DeSantis is still like a conversation. Why? Like
I'm not surprised about that though.
I mean, I am, because he said some wild, some really absurd shit that like in a real world, because I feel like right now we're not living in a fucking real world, right? In a real world, you would say something that DeSantis says and people would be like, why the fuck would you say that shit? Yeah. But no, they're championing this dumb shit that he's fucking saying.
Hard. Championing this
real
shit
fucking hard. Real fucking hard. And it's like, when it comes to the fucking the racist shit, when it comes to women's rights, when it comes to like it's really like
Republicans.
But it really is like just regular humane shit, right? That is at stake. And they're saying like some really humane things that you wouldn't assume that people are like. You would like when you say the fact of, let's say, abortion, right? Like, okay, like I understand what your stance is on abortions, but there are these reasons why like it should be an option, and like you have a civil conversation about that, right? You would think that someone would be like, oh well, those are good points. No, it's just like they just stick to a specific thing. They contradict themselves all the fucking time. Shit makes no fucking sense to a normal person, and I think it just makes me scared for the fact that because it's supposed to be common sense and people are aligning with this dude so fucking much. It's like it's past that, and it's making me feel like common sense nowadays is heading in that direction, or it's already there, you know, for a lot of people. And it's scary, bro. It's scary because everything just seems to be moving fucking backward and no one gives a fuck. You know, obviously there are those people that give a fuck, but I don't know. It's just really scary as someone. I hear people years ago telling me, "Oh, I'm not bringing a kid into this world. I don't." And before I was just like, "Oh, you're fucking, that's fuck. You're fucking stupid."
You pulling out? Putting on a condom? Fuck
like
out of here.
You know, that's fucking stupid. Whatever.
We're adults here. We don't pull out or put on condoms.
Lord knows my pull-out game is fucking weak as fuck.
Mine's too. So I got snit, boy. Fuck out of here.
But nowadays, when people say, "Yo, I'm not having a kid," I'm like, I mean, okay, I guess I really understand, because we don't know where the fuck this world is fucking going to. Yeah. Literally, common sense is way less common, and it wasn't common before.
I mean, not to get all philosophical, but people have been talking like that since.
Sure. No, yeah.
Greek philosophers, like, oh, the world's coming to hell, whatever.
I mean, the world is always like, but it's just a fact of the things that people bring up, right? That we would know is just like, yo, there's just something off about this, and like, let's just have a debate going back and forth. You know, just you can't have a civil debate anymore.
That I can agree on.
Yeah, you can't have a civil debate.
In person, you can, not on the internet.
That too.
But my point is like, is the second that you put it, because you can probably have a conversation with DeSantis that's not being recorded, where he would probably bring up some points where he would agree with you or something. But the second a camera is on someone or it's on social media, it's publicated, which nowadays everything is damn near publicated. You know, like they just triple and they double and triple down on that one fucking thought, and it gives the illusion of we can't have this civil conversation. And then when you talk about the average fucking person, right? If they're seeing someone that's standing their ground like that, the average fucking person is gonna just double down on that shit too. They contradict themselves all the fucking time. It's just, I don't know. It just feels like people are way more stubborn nowadays, and they're more vocal on one way or another, where there's that division is like really fucking huge. And I might be ranting, I might be wrong, I might be fucking stupid, but whatever.
I just wanted to ask, what is publicating something?
I want to be the one to be like,
I mean,
let's Google this word, but
I'm not a genius, okay? I'm not.
I thought
The
you were trying to be
I'm not
conversationalist.
Elon Musk. We go right back to that fucking question where, yes, I would love to know what every fucking word means.
Man, let's
and I would love
publicify
to do
this
all
shit.
that. Let's do it.
Publicify it.
Hey,
I want to be a publicifier in this bitch.
did y'all understand what I meant? That's all that fucking matters.
Sure.
But did you die?
That matters.
No, I understood.
did y'all die?
I understood.
You know what? We're gonna take a 15-minute break and we'll be. No, I'm just kidding.
That made it sense.
that
That maked it.
I know a lot of people that would probably say that, but no, we'll keep going. Nah, but for real though, it's like as long as soon as you put a microphone or a camera in someone's face, they're just gonna spew all the shit that they feel like they're like even if they agree with you on something, they wouldn't admit it, and that's the thing that gets put out there, and then that's where you get people that are fucking idiots that just hear him say that and then just follow what he says verbatim, and they have nothing else to really to really back that up, except for I heard DeSantis say it, so I know it's right, or I heard Trump say it. Yep, and I'm with him 100%. And that's the idiocracy, bro. Idiocracy.
None of these fools really make it too far. That's all.
It seems like they're making it pretty far nowadays, bro.
I know.
I mean, the primaries is going to weed a lot of people out. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Not even just in the presidency.
The first primary debate is Republican primary debate is tomorrow night, Wednesday. So yesterday for people listening, on the day that we release. But Wednesday the 23rd is the first Republican debate, and there's going to be people there, but most notably, Trump said he's not showing up.
He's doing an interview with what's his name, the racist guy that got fired from Fox. Tucker Carlson. He's on an interview with Tucker Carlson.
He's gonna show up on X.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yo, we gotta have our podcast go up on X.
No, fuck them.
Feel like we'll have a lot of people that would agree with the shit we're saying, especially me, because
there's a lot of takes on short little people that they would love. There's the takes
the
on
short slander,
chopping elephants down and selling their tusks. That's pretty popular on.
Hey,
on
I'm
X.
just saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying, if we put up a clip of the words that you guys are bashing me for, right, on X, guaranteed someone's gonna hear
People
that shit.
will
And be
defend
like, preach
your publication.
That is a word.
But
That
more
made
than
sense.
that, you're gonna become a meme for public.
That guy Don P doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Like, this makes up words. You got to listen to this shit.
Hey, it works for Trump.
Gina. Gina.
Oh shit.
You just have to say it like this. and it will stick. Anyway. Anything else, Quest?
Nothing top of dome that I could think of other than the what's it, the hurricane happening in California. I don't really know too much about it other than
Did you feel it,
not
Dave?
that many people died, but
No, it was all LA. It was the LA area,
Yeah.
SoCal.
5.1 earthquake in the middle of this storm.
yeah. Wild.
Mudslides and fucking flooding in the Death Valley, right?
So why is it I'm looking online and they're making it seem like nothing really happened?
Because LA is fucking like huge. Like
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
people,
true.
there was just
I don't
rain
think
and some
anything
people
really
got
happened.
mudslides.
I mean, this happened, but I don't know that it caused massive, damages or I don't know.
There was some
anyone
flooding.
died.
I saw flooding on the roads.
A lot of flooding. Yeah.
mudslides, fucking boulders inside of this room.
Dodger Stadium was flooded.
Yeah, that was crazy. That shit looked like it was literally in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the extent of it. I just heard a little bit here and there.
Dave and I were talking. But what was it, Dave, that we brought up with the fucking tsunami? I think it was just one of our dumbass fucking conversations that we
Punani.
venture off in. Tsunami.
No.
Oh, we were just talking about living like beachside. I'm like, nah, I would be too scared of a fucking tsunami coming by.
For sure.
And fucking massive waves like fucking crushing you. You imagine that shit?
No.
I don't know why the conversation brought
Terrifying
me
way
back
to
to 20. Remember what movie was that? Was it 2012? Oh, The Day After Tomorrow, where all of the fucking
Yeah.
disasters were happening.
And
Bro.
2012 with John Cusack.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
another one.
You're right.
Deep Impact.
I think it was 2012 it was all the different disasters. Day After Tomorrow was just a straight up shifting of the polar climates. And
Oh, probably.
everything.
Yeah,
I remember
like the whole
Deep
New York
Impact.
was covered in like 100 feet of snow or some crazy
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah.
But 2012
Yeah.
was like a whole bunch of different disasters happening all over the world at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
I remember Deep Impact, and that's why we talked about that. Like
Pause.
Like I work.
Damn.
I remember that movie, and that's why I said like living on beachfront property, I'd be scared of a fucking tsunami because I just remember the one scene where the meteorite hit the center of the fucking in the middle of the ocean, and they're just standing on the beach and seeing like 100-foot fucking wave coming at
Yeah.
them. Like there's no running out. Dave was like I wouldn't want to drown. Like, bro, you would not drown. You would be crushed by the
be dead.
fucking
Yeah.
impact.
Well,
of just,
so what was the movie of the Indonesian tsunami?
the one with the first movie with Tom Holland
Yes.
and
He was
Matt
the
Damon.
kid?
Yeah, when he
The
was the
Impossible,
kid.
I think it was?
The Impossible, something like that. Yeah. That movie.
Yeah, spooky.
That shit shook the shit out of me when it came to that. And so there was a huge ass wave. I don't know that it was 100 feet tall, but maybe like 50 to 70 feet. It was a very giant wave. It didn't crush everyone. It crushed a lot of people. But it didn't crush everyone. A lot of people, most people drowned. And a ton of people were just like killed by the other shit, right? The sediment, the freaking trees swimming underground and just running into you, the cars moving underneath the water,
son.
like that.
I don't even want it.
That movie had me super shook because they did a really good job at like showing you what a tsunami is really like, and holy fuck.
And that's what we talked about, like where it's like, would you rather be that person that like gets the brunt force of the wave just on you, or would you rather be that person that ran and got far enough to get to where you're literally swept up by the end of the wave to where it's like now you're just engulfed in fucking water and you're trying to fight to just like stabilize, you know what I mean? Or like swim to the top. And like you said, like
Do I
get
want
hit
immediate death, or do I want to try to think I have a shot?
right.
right.
And I may not, but at least I think I have a shot, and then I just die
with
in
hope.
survival mode. I don't know.
Ah, bro.
I have a recurring nightmare like that, bro.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh,
a
that's
fucking
not
giant wave. Very realistic too. And I wake up in sweats and shit, bro. Shit sucks.
Do you guys
That's
have
probably
like
those 85-hour work weeks you have.
Yo, for real. Being crushed by the pressure of work.
Exactly.
That brings up a good question. Do you guys have like, I know you have that reoccurring dream, but do you have either a reoccurring dream or a dream that you just that you had a long time ago and you could never forget it?
I wish I could remember dreams.
My dreams are very lucid, very realistic. I remember a lot of my dreams.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember nothing.
A lot of your dreams?
a lot of my dreams.
Shit.
For sure. I tell my wife about them all the time. Like, yo, I dreamed this last night. This and that happened.
That's how my girl be.
It's crazy. I remember dreams I had when I was a kid because they stuck that hard in my head. Pause.
There were a couple of dreams that I remember.
Hey, yo.
There were a couple of dreams that I could remember, and mainly there were one of the dreams that I remember was very eerie to me. It was two of them. One was very eerie to me because the dream was literally that I was in my room. I was on the edge of the bed. I like fell over. I was just like literally on the edge of the bed. I fell over, and just before I hit the ground, I woke up in the same position that I was before I fell, like on the edge of the bed. And I just like, oh shit. And I like moved back.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I remember a dream where there was someone, I can't remember the face. There was someone in front of me and I felt like punching them. And so I did in the dream.
And then your dad beat your ass like, nigga, what are you doing?
And then I woke up because I actually swung in real life and I hit my window. And the bang from the window woke me up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that same house I used to sleepwalk in.
Ooh.
So it makes me feel like it was probably something. That was the only time that anybody ever told me that I slept walk.
I do psychedelics now, so like now I don't know if I'm dreaming or having a fucking drug vision.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. I really wish that I remembered any dream, but I could literally wake up from a dream because something happened in that dream. And within 5 seconds of waking up, it's all gone.
Interesting.
Like I'll wake up and I'll be, oh shit. Like this happened recently, like I will say within the last 2 weeks, where I remember just there was like a loud sound that sounded in the dream. There was a sound that was different, and this is all I remember even now. The sound sounded like it was outside of my body, like it wasn't a part of the dream. Like it sounded echoey and more louder than whatever was happening in my brain at the time of the dream. So then it sounded like, somebody made a noise and it woke me up, basically. It sounded like someone was right there and they said something and it woke me up. But it was a part of the dream. I remember that. Like somebody in the dream said something and then but to my body, it sounded like it was outside of my body.
Interesting.
And then I woke up and then I was literally just by myself in that room and there was no other sounds. And I'm like, that was
Y'all
weird.
y'all ever have that?
But
ever
then
have that
immediately
sleep
I
paralysis
can't
shit?
remember what that sound was or what it was they even said.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like that's how fast dreams disappear from my memory. Like I wake up and I can't remember what the fuck I was just dreaming about. It's kind of annoying.
Have you ever had that sleep paralysis shit?
Oh
happen?
yeah.
Where
When I
you,
was a kid, a
but
lot.
rare. Yeah, more
where you
when I was
see-
younger.
where you see a shadow figure?
No, no, that sounds.
I've
like
had
a
the one
possession,
where
bro.
I see, huh?
Sounds like you were possessed.
No, I've had
The
that.
blood of Christ compels thee.
I've had that sleep paralysis shit where it felt like my eyes were open, but everything was blurry. I could see a shadow walking like in my room.
Diablo.
Uy, lo demonio.
And I couldn't move. I couldn't say it. It felt like I was yelling, and it wasn't. It was just like,
Señor G, prenda.
Yeah,
know what
that
I
sounds
mean?
freaky as
like
fuck.
I've had that shit.
Don't watch The Exorcist.
It hasn't happened
Word.
in a long time. It hasn't happened in a very, very long time, knock on wood. But yeah, I remember that shit.
You know what's crazy? My first introduction to the new Exorcist trailer was listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
I was driving to Target at night, and you were like, "Let's listen to this shit," and I was like, "Damn, that shit sounds spooky." And then I watched it. Bro, that shit might be scary. That shit might be scary. I was in the car, and that shit was like, the blood and the whatever, the body and the blood. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Shit. What the
It's
fuck?
all dark outside. I'm like, man, let me get to some road with lights on it. That turning signal, fuck this.
Facts, yo. That shit look crazy.
Yeah, fuck all that.
I really don't like any. I never really liked scary movies, but nowadays I do for some reason. It's a very weird thing.
I like
out of
them, but they
nowhere
don't
I
scare me.
Yeah. I find the cheesiness in movies in general. Like something was like really cheesy, and it tends to be extra cheesy in a fucking scary movie. You know what I mean? So what was the one I was just watching? Well, I was just there are some that actually are scary. Like The Conjuring, the first one. There were some elements of that where I was just like, oh shit, this is fucking like.
It was
creepy
new.
as fuck.
It was new too.
Yeah, it
all
was new.
the sounds were new. All that like pixelated moving. That shit was new. But after that, it was like.
No. But you're talking about like when we used to watch The Ring.
Oh, The Ring. You're right. That was The Ring.
The
that was
Ring
The Ring.
and all like that shit was crazy, son. I remember
The
that
first
shit.
Ring, yeah.
Yeah, the first one was like.
Ring.
Oh, I remember the Asian one because obviously we chill with a bunch of Asians.
Yeah.
They put me onto The Ring before like the American version came out. That shit used to freak me out. To this day, I'm like in an elevator. When I'm in an elevator, I'm just like, what the fuck?
I'm like, thank God I ain't around no wells.
Yeah, no. That was The Ring. I was talking about the eye, the eyes or some shit.
I remember the eye. Yeah,
that shit was
it
crazy.
The Eye? Is that the name of the movie? I know which one you're
think
talking
so.
about though.
Yeah, that they made an American version
Yeah.
with Jessica Alba.
Yep.
Yeah. So the premise of the movie, there's if you're gonna watch The Ring or The Eye, or The Eyes, I think it was called. Watch the Japanese version. So the premise of The Eyes was a blind woman has a surgery to replace her eyes.
Yeah.
With someone who recently deceased.
Yeah.
And when she put and it worked. But the eyes that she received had the ability to see the dead.
Okay, the American version, I feel like Jessica Alba saw this woman's past through her eyes or some shit like that, right?
No, she just had the ability. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen the
I
American
haven't
version
either.
in a
But the
long
trailer
time.
gave me that impression.
In a long time. No, she was just seeing dead people. So like the scene that I was referring to, they were in an elevator, she was in an elevator and she presses the button and then all of a sudden, like the camera pans a little bit and there's a man, an old man just in the corner, facing the corner.
No, hell
And then when you look, their feet's not touching the ground.
No, hell
It's
no.
like hovering. Yeah, exactly. And then as she's in the elevator, as the elevator's going on, she realizes this is what's going. She sees the reflection, and sees this is going on, and it's floating closer and closer to her as the elevator. She's just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Door open. Fuck that.
Word, bro. We're back. No, we were talking. I was putting Don onto fucking The Eye and Scary Movie. Dave, when you walked off, we were talking about like our scary fucking dreams. Do you have a reoccurring fucking dream that you have, or something that you just never fucking forget?
I have reoccurring dreams that I'm at my high school and I'm wandering through the hallways trying to get to my class. Like I'm late for something and I'm trying to get there and I keep getting stopped. Or I'm in random places where like we used to smoke, like at my high school, like just like hidden spots, and like I'm chilling there. But for some reason, my recurring dream is being at my high school in one way or another. It's very odd. And I've been out of high school for almost 20 years next year.
That's crazy. Because it's they say that your dream is like, if you can remember it, there's a message in it that you're supposed to try to figure out. That's what they say. But like, what the fuck would that message be?
Go back to high school. Yeah, I don't
be
know.
more obscure than that. So remember I told you that in that one house I used to sleepwalk, right? So my sister told me that I woke up one night and it seemed like I was awake. Both her and my mom were chilling in my mom's room, and I'm just walking around, and they thought nothing of it. They knew I went to bed. They're like, what the fuck is he doing, right? And then I walk into my mom's room, and I look at them and I go, why did you open my eyes? And they were like, yo, go back to sleep. And then I just turned around and I went back to sleep. Son. The second time, I just randomly walked into my sister's room, sat down on her bed, and I shook her like that. She wakes up. She's like, what? And I just go, what are you doing? She's like, I'm sleeping. Go to fuck to bed. She's like, all right.
All right.
And I just got up and I walked. Like, what fucking random ass. And I never slept walk before then or after then. And those are the two experiences where
That
someone told me that I slept walk. I mean, I've lived with other people every fucking, for the past 40 fucking years. And those are the only times anybody ever told me, yo, this is what you did.
I mean,
my ex never told me that I slept walk. They probably hear me like talking in my sleep or some shit, but never told me that I slept walk. My girl never.
She hated you, so she probably ignored you every second.
She's probably just trying to move me into oncoming traffic.
Right.
It's like, open the door, and I just no. No. I don't know why. I find that shit interesting, like fucking dreams and all that shit. That sleep paralysis thing, I'm happy that shit never happens anymore. But the shadow shit freaked me out. But I found out that it wasn't that's actually a common thing. Like people mention it.
Very common.
That the shadow portion of it is common. Wonder what the fuck that shit is. Anyway, y'all want to get into some Hollywood?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hollywood.
There's a little bit.
Hollywood.
All right, first and foremost, we're just going to start off with the bullshit, right? The fucking Peripheral season 2 has been canceled after they mentioned that it has been renewed for season 2. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm assuming it has to do with the strikes and everything, and the strike causing these studios to lose money. They've announced that now it is canceled, and I'm pissed, man. I need for Netflix or fucking Apple TV, somebody pick this up, because the show is actually really good, and I feel like we have a connection to the show. Fucking posters right there. Damn it.
Never watched it. Never even heard of
seen it. It's a dope premise. Yeah, it was a really good show. There's only one
listen
season
to
out.
our show?
Do you even listen, bro? No, we last year when we went to Comic-Con, we actually went to the panel, and it was dope because they showed us the trailer. We had no idea what it was going to be about. It stars Chloe
Grace Moretz.
There we go. Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
She used to be, remember Kick-Ass?
Yeah, I do remember Kick-Ass.
Yeah, she was the young girl. Now she's older. But
But is she hot?
yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
Nice.
She is
So
now
anyway,
as an adult.
Now, well,
correct.
yeah.
Yes.
Not
Now
in
that I look
Kick-Ass.
at her,
We're not
I'm
R. Kelly or Wander Franco.
She's hot.
Nice.
No, but the premise
Nobody else
has
got
to do
that
with
Wander Franco joke.
Thanks, Dave.
But the premise behind it is, it's set at some point in the future. They're really good at, this brother and sister. They're really good at VR gaming and whatnot. So they get offered to test out this new headset that feels very real. And then they find out like it really does transfer your
Consciousness?
your mind, your consciousness into a lifelike robot in the future that you can control and everything.
Oh, I think I did hear this actually.
Yeah. So it was actually really, really good. So I'm kind of upset that this is canceled. And
Amazon pulled that bullshit with A League of Their Own too. It's that spin-off show.
Was that
like
good?
they had signed him for it.
Oh, they
they said there was
canceled
going
that
to be
one, too.
another season. Yeah, they canceled that too.
I don't fuck
Recently?
with Amazon for that
Yeah,
reason.
within the last week when they said when they announced the peripheral, it was the same with A League of Their Own.
Damn.
See, I don't trust Amazon in any way for what they do in the film industry. Like they're not
The entertainment space, yeah.
in the entertainment space. I mean, honestly, I don't trust Amazon in many things that they put out. Like most things, I feel like they might be worse than Google as far as like canceling and get rid of. I'm surprised, honestly, that Alexa's still a thing. I think I'd seen some article or heard some story earlier today where they were talking about how the Alexa like division or the hardware division of Amazon has lost like $15 billion in the last year or some stupid shit. I'm expecting most of that shit to get dumped. And in the entertainment space, like I'm glad the shows that I do love on Amazon have come to an end. Like they've survived long enough, and they've ended. The Jack Ryan, the Mrs. Maisel. I'm still concerned for Invincible. They say it's coming. Hopefully it will.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's already
it's all
been-
recorded and everything. Yeah,
Yeah, it's already
Yeah,
been
but-
made and recorded and everything.
but
you're not
doesn't-
putting it past them.
There's still
Shiesty.
edit. It's not done. It's not done.
Could be. They could be sitting on it.
I don't think so. I think there's still editing happening, and if at any point
I mean,
the
I
money
would
dries
believe
up,
that. Yeah, it could be axed, and that sucks.
yeah.
Same with The Boys.
Or they
How-
could just
you
put
know,
it out
what are
as
they-
it is.
what are they
Yeah,
gonna-
The
what are they
Boys
gonna
has
do with
not
The Boys?
ended. Yeah, you're right. And The Boys scares me that Amazon could drop it at any point in time. Now, The Boys is one of their more bigger popular shows. Invincible, a huge fan base that constantly hounds them on social media. So less likely that those will get dropped. The Mrs. Maisel's Emmy-winning show, less likely that it would have gotten dropped before it ended. But still, Amazon's not in it for the same reasons that other people are,
Right. They don't do it like Apple TV does
They
it.
definitely don't do it like Apple TV. I mean, they're in it to just drive people to Prime, to drive people to
Buy shit.
to buy shit on Amazon. And anytime any one of those things lacks, they'll easily, send the
axe it.
chopping axe on it.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there that that don't want these shows axed, I mean, it makes they do listen when you do put the word out there. I mean, obviously there are certain cases where you should probably shut the fuck up, like the fucking Snyderverse shit. But Netflix is famous for that too, right? They cancel shows after one run.
That's true.
Even though it has like a very vocal following, and for whatever reason they just cancel it. Like what's the something Nun? What's that? I never saw the show.
Oh yeah,
it's the Warrior Nun.
I just had that story pulled up.
Is it Warrior Nun?
Magic Warrior Nun. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah. So like Warrior Nun was canceled randomly, and they were extremely vocal about bringing that back, and now Netflix is actually bringing that back. It's not going to be a series, but they're
It's like
just
a movie,
gonna,
right?
Yeah. They're releasing it as a movie or
okay with that.
a series of movies. Yeah, as long as you bring some fucking closure.
Just bring closure to the series. Yeah, don't let shit just kind of dwindle there. That's a whole nother thing I think is one of the reasons that these writers are striking, right? Like there's so much money being pushed and forcibly causing these writers to finish these series. They don't get paid a ton. There's few episodes, and there's no guaranteed longevity. And on top of that, no, very little residuals will come of that as well. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I felt that way about the Hunters.
What's the Hunters?
What is that?
It was a series on Amazon with Al Pacino where the Jewish
Yeah,
Americans
yeah.
are hunting the Nazis.
Yep.
It sounded cool. I watched a couple of the first episodes. Never.
We talked about it, yeah,
There was
and
no
I
season
never
2 and nothing beyond that.
They keep saying like, "Oh, season 2 coming," but
Yeah.
Dike, who knows?
I mean, it says 2020 to 2023, and season 2, it says it aired in January.
Of 23.
Yeah, it aired this past January. It released,
Done missed it, bruh.
Oh, so
Eight
they actually
episodes.
did drop a season 2.
Yeah, they dropped a season 2.
Why ain't
8
this shit
episodes.
coming? What the
There's
fuck?
no way because I didn't watch it till this year with my wife, and we just hold up, bro.
It says, eight episodes dropped.
Hold
8
up.
episodes dropped on January 13th.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Amazon takes their time with shit. Good Omens season 2 just dropped within the last month or so, and that shit been waiting for years. for
Years,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was another, what was it? Fuck. Oh, no, even HBO, because we were talking about Peacemaker and with everything that's going on with DC, and we're pumped because the first fucking season of Peacemaker was dope. And we're like, all right, so what's going on with this? Oh, yeah, we're going to tackle that after Superman. It's like,
Right.
but Superman Legacy is currently still in development to like drop in 2025. So
Right.
we're not getting a Peacemaker season 2 until after 2025. What the fuck?
Basically.
That's some weird shit. But yeah, y'all having a whole other season to hopefully they wrap
Been
that shit
sitting
up.
on it.
Word, yeah, because the first season, you are right. The first season dropped in 2020, and then the second season dropped earlier this year in January.
It didn't though because my wife and I watched the Hunters first season at the beginning of this year, and we were like,
No, that
"Yo,
shit
when the
came out
fuck
a
is the
minute ago,
second season?"
bro. That's old, dog.
I
You
know,
might
but
have
I
just
didn't watch
watched
it till this year.
but it was still there. Like that doesn't matter when you
Right.
watched it. It dropped.
But the second season wasn't there when we watched it.
I see what you're saying.
Now I'm curious. Now I gotta go watch this shit.
I know. Gotta
Yeah,
look it
I
up.
just sent her the link because we're gonna watch probably the first episode tonight.
It's like Christmas.
Let's see. Now I gotta look this up because let's see, Prime Video.
It was about Nazis, right? Like they were hunting Nazis. The
Yeah.
hunters. Yeah.
Nazis that escaped Germany and America,
Right.
and then
And, like, South
and the end
America.
of the first season was one of the hunters gets kidnapped and sent to Argentina, and they're at a table with Adolf Hitler. Spoiler
bro.
alert.
Oh shit.
Hunter season 2 right here. Amazon.
Yeah, I know. I just sent my wife the link.
Oh, okay.
But I'm telling you, we watched it in like May, and that second season wasn't there. We would have binged that shit.
Some people, like, you see how this is separated by season 1, season 2. Sometimes they list it as its own thing for some fucking weird reason.
Amazon sucks.
I'm not retarded. I know how to search through.
I know. I'm just saying, like, sometimes if you go to a streaming service, like, season 1 is completely separate from season 2, so it would appear that there's one season.
It's almost like a
and for
Plex.
whatever reason, yeah, it's almost like Plex, where if, like, yeah, you have to physically, like, go to another portion.
set
I
of
don't know why they
episodes,
would
yeah.
do that. But yeah, that's.
Because they don't give a
Well,
fuck
there you go.
about
You
the
got something to
consumer.
look forward to, bro.
Word.
Word.
Not sleeping tonight.
So yeah, I know we're going through that. I'm currently watching Sopranos on my own time for the first time because I had never seen it. I know, and
Disgusting.
obviously we discussed it previously that we're watching Kings of, or I'm sorry,
Mayor of Kingstown.
Kingstown.
The
I think I'm like
Canada jail town
four or
movie
five
show.
episodes
Really
in.
fucking good. Yeah. Oh, you're 4 or 5. You're that deep in now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
sucked
went
in.
hard last night with like 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 or 5, and it's just
You
it's
also
just
said
getting
you
better.
just-
I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
fucking with it.
it just keeps fucking, bro.
Just gets deeper and deeper.
It just
Yeah.
gets
Telling y'all.
crazier.
Been
crazier.
telling y'all.
I know.
You also say you just started the King of Tulsa, right?
No. I'm saying I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
Because
Tulsa King.
it's from the
Tulsa King, right.
Because it's the same creator, and that's where we went to. Because I've been hearing for a while.
Yeah, this one
Mayor
guy.
of Kingstown, Mayor of Kingstown, and then I found out it was the creator of Yellowstone, and I got sucked into Yellowstone
And
all of
1890,
those,
whatever
yeah,
the
and
one
all
is,
of
right?
them, all of the spinoffs. So now it's just like, yeah, this is we are now officially a Taylor Sheridan pod. You're really liking that one. You just have to pull the trigger on fucking Yellowstone.
I like
it.
one show by the guy, and I think it's a really good show. And I just can't imagine that they could do something as wild as Mayor of Kingstown in
No.
1800s or whatever. Or even the Yellowstone is nowadays.
Yellowstone's
right?
current,
Yellowstone's
dog.
modern.
Yeah.
And
it's
it's
modern,
still, it's not. I mean, you're 5 episodes in.
No, it's definitely
You're
not
a full
wild.
season in. There's
Yeah.
no way Yellowstone is as wild as what the fuck is going on in Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, I would have to say
not,
that.
It's not exactly on par because they're two different sort of stories, but like the
Yeah.
emotions, the emotional range, like that all is the same. What you're feeling, how it gets you jacked up or gets you heated.
I mean, I still have
all
it on
there.
the docket. I will give it.
And there
the
were some
3
moments in there.
salute.
There were some moments in Yellowstone where I was just like, "Fuck!" Like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And it's all
Same thing with
I don't know, if they
1883.
don't,
all
if
over
they
land,
don't hit
bro.
me
23.
on that first episode, the way Mayor of Kingstown hit you on that first episode.
Oh yeah.
I think
But I told you-
Yellowstone started hotter than Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly.
I told
hope-
you, bro.
I hope so.
Hey, I told you before. I'm not a huge fan of fucking westerns, so that's why I was not on board with Yellowstone. It wasn't until Dave fucked with it that I was like, all right. And I did fuck with Outer Range, so that did help me a little bit more with that. Like I could fuck with that type of situation. And then I did hesitate on the prequels because again, we talked about how those timepieces fuck with me and like back in the day and how Dave and I just imagine how these people fucking must stink.
Yo, word.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we started it and the shit fucks, bro. The shit fucked. So and I will even argue with the fact that the prequels, especially 1883, because it was just a one season, that season went way harder than actual Yellowstone did because it was literally like the Oregon Trail in set in this one season.
You
Died
dumb
of
Jesus.
hysteria.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're just trying to survive this trip, and so you can
ruthless.
imagine wild shit happens in that one season. So, but anyway,
The closest
we
thing
keep
to a
talking
Western
about
I got was Westworld.
yeah,
Yeah.
Westworld was the shit. It kind of went like
Oh, it
started off
veered
real
real
high, and
quick,
then
yeah.
it did veer. So
Yeah, it changed a lot. Anyway,
but yeah, no, I still highly recommend it. So yeah. Just to say, I said all of that just to say, yeah, I'm going to give Tulsa King a try because it's written by the same people, and I will tell you for sure, if you don't fuck with any of that shit, definitely fuck with Mayor of Kingstown. That shit is fucking crazy. I can't wait to get that text from Dave when
After
he
the
finishes
season
first.
1 finale.
After the season 1 finale, you're gonna be like, holy
gonna be
fucking
soon.
shit, bro.
It's gonna be soon.
Yeah, real soon.
That might be my work
Fuck.
series.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I have a series that I
we
watch
all-
while
yeah.
I work
Yep.
that I don't tell my wife about.
Yep.
There you
And
go.
I'm like, yo, we should watch this. I think it's
There you
going to be
go.
good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then
My
you got to
girl was-
pretend like you ain't seen it.
Right.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough way to live.
But the thing is, I know you guys had this conversation a million times, but it's hard because I have more bandwidth to watch it while I work. And if I'm only watching, 1 or 2 episodes with her a night, then it's like I can watch way more than this and
Yeah.
catch up with me later.
Yeah.
Yep. My girl is she's actually the opposite. She gets upset because I'm only good for like an episode or 2 a night because I wake up at like 5, 6 in the morning, and I'm trying to go to bed before midnight. It's like, yo, if it's all on you. If we get into the bed at 9 o'clock, then we could bang out 3 episodes if you want. But I got like my cutoff is midnight.
Midnight,
I can't go past midnight because
Wow.
for whatever reason, bro, it could be half an hour past midnight. The next morning, I'm dead fucking tired. But if it's before midnight, like I'm fine.
I'm just saying it's like 10:30, 11 for us.
Yeah,
Yeah, midnight's actually pretty deep. If
it
you wake up at
is. It
5,
is.
then
And
midnight's
I would
pretty
prefer
good.
not to.
Yeah.
I would prefer to get all the shows in, at the very latest, like go to bed 10:30, 11, but it just doesn't happen that way. So, but midnight is my cutoff. Like we just can't do it.
Latest
past
of the
this.
late.
Yeah.
That's the latest, and I'm just like, yo, watch whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. You want to keep watching it? I'll
going to bed.
I'll catch up on it in my own time, but I gotta go to sleep. So,
I
like, for
definitely
real.
just watch the shows that we watch together. And then once she's done, then it's like, all right, well, I'm switching over to my show because I'm definitely not ready to go to sleep yet. She go to bed early.
Oh damn, I wish, bro, because then I can go to bed at a decent time. Watch some shit. Like I'm only getting through Sopranos.
Where are you
on
at
my
in
own time
Sopranos
whenever
now?
I get. Still season 1. I'm like episode 8.
Okay, you're getting up there.
Oh, I have to. Remember, I told you that that Xander got
Saw
his
the
first
titty, yeah.
glance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was his first titties that he saw in a movie.
Non-mom titties.
Non-mom.
Yes,
titties.
non-mom titties.
And then
The
Nice.
Sopranos, right? And it was because mad randomly, I'm just like not paying attention. I'm kind of like, I'm watching the show, and I'm doing something at the same time, just kind of multitasking as I'm watching this. But then I just like, it just dawns on me. They're in a strip club, and there are some. It was.
Yeah, she came to the hospital.
She came to the hospital, and like her tits are out and shit, and it just dawned on me like, oh shit. Xander's right there, and I look over, and he's just staring at the screen.
He's like,
Son, right?
That's a tit.
So then I stop it. Don't make a
Fully,
big deal out of it.
man.
I don't mention it. He doesn't say anything. He's just like looking, and then he stops and he looks at his tablet. Like, didn't make a big deal out of it. But today, it happened again.
Oh my God. Oh my
They were in the
So
bada
not
bing
saying
this time.
can't watch Sopranos around Xander.
No, you cannot.
I fully cannot. But
Clearly, even before that, my kids were in bed when The Sopranos was on.
yeah.
See some big Italian like, fuck this guy, get that eggplant, tie him up,
Yeah, the curse words they know that that's not, you know what I mean. But so anyway, so today I'm watching it, and it just happened to be like a regular scene. He was in there with the therapist, blah blah blah. They got past it. Very next scene, boom, titties in a strip club, right?
Nice.
But the funny part today was, he says he's sitting next to me like he's like on me, and he sees that, and he goes, "What?"
He's like, come on, dog.
He's
You
like
touching my
"What?"
elbow.
Like, yeah, he makes like a noise like that, like, oh shit.
That's like a little kid
And I'm
version
like-
of damn.
Yeah, exactly. Little kid
Right.
version of like, what? Oh, like this is a thing. I was like, all right, bro.
okay,
All right,
okay.
now you're fully cut off now.
Titties.
If you would have kept your mouth shut, kid, you might have
Right.
got a glance or two.
Might have got some more titties,
Every now
but
and
you had to
again.
be vocal about it.
Yeah, you can't be vocal about it, son.
He's a man.
Keep it on the
Right.
DL.
What man you know stays quiet when they see titties?
He's like, oh shit. I was like, I know, bro. Shits are huge.
Not a man one.
Not a now one. Not a now, not a bitch.
Nah, nada.
All right, so I mean, we don't really have a ton of shit,
real,
but I'm
real
sure
quick.
we can
This is
go for it, go for it.
Hollywoodish. Did you guys see Stranger Things star Dacre Montgomery, the woman that was catfished by him, where it was somebody pretending to be Billy from Stranger Things, talking
What?
to this chick, and she ended up leaving her husband and sending him about $10,000 worth of cash, gift cards.
God.
Somebody met her online, and she said, this is from her, the day before the latest season of Stranger Things aired, he was like, pay attention to episode 4. It's a special one. And obviously that's the episode where they did the flashback where Billy was in the episode. And she thought, oh my God, who else would know that aside from the actual dude? So she thought this, and if you see this bitch, no, it wasn't happening. But she thought in her head, oh my God, Dacre Montgomery wants me. I'm telling my husband to fuck off, and I'm sending him this money because the dude, Dacre, he's married to a very beautiful woman, as you could expect. And his logic, whoever was talking to this chick said, yeah, my wife has control of all my accounts, so I can't get any money to do anything. He's like, can you send me some money? So she sent about $10K, according to her, only to find out that obviously this was not the real Dacre Montgomery. And she kind of looks stupid right now.
Yeah.
So that's I've been seeing that, everywhere, and I feel like there's a certain level of narcissism involved where, if let's say a fake profile of Margot Robbie or somebody reached out to me, I'm not stupid enough to think, oh my God, Margot Robbie wants to talk to me, my dumb ass. Like, what is this bitch thinking? Like, oh yeah, I'm going to leave my fucking fat husband for Dacre Montgomery and we're going to live happily ever after, bro. Like,
some people are that gullible,
yo,
bro.
she
That's
literally was. I wish I could meet a chick like that and get her to send me $10K. Fucking
Right.
Billy from Stranger
And-
Things hitting me up.
Bro, in similar news, did you hear about the girl from 8 Mile and Hustle and Flow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What's her
so,
face there from Orange is the New Black, too, which is
Yes,
Pennsatucky.
Taryn Manning.
Pennsatucky.
Taryn Manning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Taryn Manning.
So
Thank you.
she's been making her rounds because she decided she was seeing a married man, right? And something went on with that where she, I don't know, she felt wronged. So she took it to video and claimed how, she I think it was the married man's wife fucked it all up, right? She was ready
She didn't
to
know
buy-
he was married, allegedly.
She didn't know he was married, allegedly. And I know that she was like in the process of like buying him a boat when she found out. And she came out in the video and just disclosed the fact that, she was about to do this and that she ate his ass a bunch of times.
That was the best that she threw in there. That she ate his ass a bunch of times. Like all
ate
the
his
other
ass.
shit, we glance over. I'd be like, oh, she ate his ass a couple times. This must be serious.
Yeah,
Pennsatucky don't fuck around.
It's a whole nother level
bro.
of love.
Do you know how mad I would be if I was getting my ass ate and she was about to buy me a fucking boat and my
And
girl
then you
fucked the
get
whole
neither.
shit up,
Your ass stops getting ate, and you don't get a boat.
And you
don't
get a
boat,
divorce.
son. Yeah, and on top of that, you done blew my shit up. Like we could have kept this shit private. You didn't have to go out to her and talk to her about that.
I was about to
I
get
could
a
have just
boat.
fell back on this.
Right. And on a separate note, Taryn Manning is literally the character that she plays on Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
She looks very similar,
A
yeah.
slack-jawed, inbred child.
With money.
Word. She has like the meth pimples on
She
her
does,
face
she
and
does,
shit.
yeah.
It's,
Really?
yo, she looks really
She
raunchy.
probably looked her best in fucking Hustle and Flow. That was
Yeah.
probably about it.
Slap that.
And
trick.
even then, yes, yeah, and even then she was a hoe in that. So,
Facts.
but you know, if she's eating ass in real life, she's eating married man ass.
God bless her.
Then it's not far off, right?
No, I mean not too far off. She
Somebody's
just has
gotta
the
do
money.
it.
She just has the money, and that's cool. Hey man, what people do in their homes,
Word.
it's up to them. I'm not gonna judge you for getting your ass ate.
Nah.
It's probably there's at least one in 4 of us right now that has gotten their ass ate, and they're just not saying shit.
How do you
Not by Taryn Manning, but still.
You said not by what?
Not by Taryn Manning, but still.
No.
It don't matter.
Everybody's just like, what?
What?
It's like,
I didn't get a
manzillion.
manzillion.
For nothing? Nobody eating my ass and I got my shit fucking waxed in Brazilian for nothing? Fuck.
Oh my god.
That's the worst part. You know, guys ain't really doing that shit. They're not. Especially the guys that she's fucking with. That motherfucker ain't grooming his asshole.
Nah, that's hairy.
She
ass.
was licking hairy asshole, bro. She was mad. She was about
And
to
she was
buy
about
this
to buy
hairy
him a
ass-
boat.
Yeah.
Not only was she eating hairy ass, she's like, I'm about to buy this hairy ass motherfucker
Yeah.
a boat.
Like, fuck.
That's crazy to me.
Crazy.
Why would you find that crazy?
Let me move to the south.
Yeah.
Yo, that dude's wife was probably like the Chris Rock special, but the opposite. Like, you getting your salad tossed?
You prefer jelly or syrup? I prefer syrup.
Isn't it originally salad dressing? Isn't that where salad tossing came from?
Really? No, that can't be real, man.
What? Yeah, that was the thing in prison. You'd have to pick which kind of dressing you'd put on your ass for the prisoners to eat that shit.
How have I never
Get your
heard this?
salad toss.
Insane.
Look that shit up. I don't know where you'd look it up, but I heard that.
I don't know. I'm afraid to look it up because
I don't need the feds
I don't
calling me
need-
in for
Just
that
look
one.
That
the
in my
origin.
history.
The origin of that's the least offensive thing in our histories. I promise.
no, yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna look this up.
Let me pull it up.
Hey,
on
look
a
at the
private
origin
window.
of salad tossing.
Right,
Used to be,
incognito.
it's like you're eating that ass in prison regardless. You want to put some dressing on it, make it taste a little better. Pick which one you want.
That's so.
Which dressing you
gross.
going? You going with French or ranch or Caesar? What are you picking? That's a good question. That's next week's question. Don't answer that.
No, yeah, it is started
Yeah?
in prison. It does say.
It says it's an old slang term many think started in prison, which means to use one's lips or tongue to lick, suck, and penetrate the anus of another. Sometimes salad dressing or syrup or jelly were used to mask the taste.
Would you pick
Once again-
dressing, jelly, or honey?
Honey.
I was just waiting for you to pick something, son. I just wanted you to say something.
Once again, Dave bringing up the most sus shit in the.
It's facts,
I love
though.
it.
It's facts, though. Am I wrong?
No,
you are right.
then.
You're right.
All right, then.
You are factually correct on the origin
Your
of
susness
salad
comes
toss.
from truth.
That's crazy though. That is a piece of information that I didn't need, but for some reason, I feel like I'm going to use in a conversation at some point.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
for
what
sure.
I
That's
just did.
definitely coming
I've tucked that gem away up in here for a good probably decade, and then this is the first time I got to flex it. So yeah, think about that next time you're pouring French dressing on your fucking salad.
Oh, come on. Well, not any salads anymore. Thanks
Hey man,
again.
I'm gonna
Thank
tell you
you.
right now. If you come to my house and you see a bottle of salad dressing on the nightstand, mind your business.
You don't gotta use that at the
That
crib.
is
What's he doing in your
gross.
bedroom?
Right?
I don't know. It's just,
Why would they be in your bedroom?
It's salad time. What you think I'm doing in there?
Exactly.
With the bottle of salad dressing.
He's like, Don,
I got the
you know
I
what
got
time
the
it is.
wishbone, cuh. I got the bottle of wishbone you asked for.
I got that.
That's that cheap ass
that-
dressing too.
That Hidden Valley Ranch.
Nah, that's too good. That's too good.
That
it's
is
gonna be
good.
it's
That
gonna be a
Ken's
hidden
blue
valley,
cheese.
all right.
Ken's blue cheese.
Whatever's the, you need
the
a dressing that's going to
famunda
cover
cheese.
it up.
Zone.
Organic, baby.
Organic, baby.
I think I'd go with a balsamic.
That'll slide right off. It'll get everywhere. You need something creamy to stick.
Nah, you want something that's going to overpower that taste. You want something strong.
that's
I
true.
feel like that
You want something
balsamic
strong.
The
will get you
Chipotle.
right here.
Yeah.
Straight vinegar.
A little Southwest Ranch. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're
All right.
saying.
Yeah, it's got to stick. Because then if you don't use that, it's going to get everywhere. Once you pour that, Italian's going to be everywhere.
It's very oily. Yeah, you're right.
Straight oily. That ranch at least will stick to the puckered butthole.
It just blend in with all the other juices. Anyway.
You get that blend of
stomach
rich
hurts.
funks.
My stomach hurts. So.
Johnny's just like, nope. This is not something I would have happen.
This is not adding to the stellar
No,
conversation.
It's not adding to the stellar conversation.
Stellar conversation.
What was it that y'all said? The Sterling?
Sterling conversation.
Sterling, yeah,
For
Sterling.
sure, but not stellar.
Not adding to that.
This is very
All right,
sterling.
so actually adding to some Hollywood. It's all fucking random dumb shit anyway. But apparently I think we talked about it in the past. We are getting a new Planet of the Apes. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the fact that, I mean, it is Matt Reeves is still tied to it. He's completing the vision. This is going to bring it all full circle. But Andy Serkis is not.
That's what I was.
to the
That was
project.
going to be my very first question. Is Andy Serkis attached to it?
No.
And that bums me
However,
out. That bums me out
however,
big time.
Andy
It's a red flag.
Serkis, yes, I am agreeing with you on that. However, Andy Serkis did read the script apparently and said that the script is an amazing script and that it ties it together perfectly.
Well, then why the fuck
but-
isn't he in the movie then if he loves it so goddamn much?
I don't fucking know, but that it is a very big red flag that Andy Serkis isn't attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in the Mark Wahlberg one, and that fucking blew.
I don't think it had anything to do with Andy Serkis, but Andy Serkis just fucks. And those
That's what I'm
three
saying.
movies were great. And granted, I mean, it was his acting and everything like that. Like, but to bring Caesar back and it's not Andy Serkis, acting like Caesar, I don't know. It just takes away a little bit from that element. But
Yeah, that'd be weird.
those movies are
weird,
fucking
yeah.
great, and the writing, like the directing, everything is still tied to Matt Reeves. So I'd still fuck with it, but it is a huge red flag.
Yeah, that
that
bums
Andy
me out.
Serkis is not there.
I'll be apprehensive because there's no Andy Serkis.
Right. You familiar with Andy Serkis?
I'm familiar with Caesar, and I'm wondering, do we not think that another actor could portray that personality? And because it's all CGI'd, and it's essentially a voice actor, right? Somewhat.
Think of it like somebody taking over for Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. Sure, you're under the makeup and you look like Freddy Krueger, but is it Freddy Krueger at the heart
The
if it's not
mannerisms,
Robert
everything.
Englund?
Okay, I see your argument. I guess to me, it just felt like it's gonna be more like an Avatar,
Yeah.
Yeah, your
I mean,
average
it
viewer
is.
probably wouldn't miss Andy Serkis, but
It is like Avatar, but at the same time, like, could you replace any of the characters? I don't know. Avatar, maybe
So-
you're not as attached to the characters,
yeah.
because there's only been 2 movies.
Sure.
I mean, the
With
biggest thing with
The Planet of the Apes, like, there's been like 4 or 5 movies of him playing the role of Caesar.
That's true.
Like,
That's
you
also
know
valid.
who he is. And
3.
if you're not aware, Andy Serkis also played Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Like,
Yeah,
this is the thing he does, right? Like, he is an amazing
Mocap actor.
motion capture actor that really pulls you into these CGI characters. So to not have him, can somebody else pull it off? Yes.
Sure. It's possible.
Possibly,
It's possible.
But it's
possible.
there's always going to
Not
be that
likely.
thing in the back of your mind, like, He doesn't
Yeah, I
do
see what you're saying.
This thing like him or whatever.
The motions and
It's
everything.
gonna be tough for casting.
Because like if you watch the behind the scenes shots, it's Andy Serkis. Like he has the dots on him, he's in the suit and everything, but he's doing the motions like Caesar. Like literally, they just animated the person or the image of this ape over his actual motions and movements and everything. Like that's just what he does. He's amazing at it.
Yeah, he does it at a high level for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, someone could possibly mimic all of that, and like you're right, it could be something where it's just like some voice acting, and they can get somebody that's like really good with the fucking movements and shit. But yeah, I like I said, I'm like, if Matt Reeves directed all of them, and this is like the. It's still Matt Reeves attached, like the director and, you know, same writers and all that shit, like putting the story together, and the story arc for these Planet of the Apes are amazing. So that has a big thing going for it. And I'm excited for that, but definitely I would be lying if I didn't say I'm a little just nervous about it because Andy Serkis is not attached, even though he's saying like he's praising it at the moment. But that's a great question. Why the fuck aren't you attached? Like it could be anything, but
you know, these actors are really finicky too.
With, you know, other projects, there could be a whole bunch of reasons why it's not there. So I won't write it off, but it bums me out more than anything.
Facts.
I guess I would just hope that someone like Matt Reeves, who has this, you know, long history with this universe, would keep it at that high standard. You know what I mean? Because those movies are
Maintain that
fucking
vision
fire
throughout.
Yeah.
Regardless. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar either, Matt Reeves is the director of The Batman,
right?
With Rob Pattinson too. So obviously he does some good work with all that shit. I like the darkness in his movies, the realism in these. The Apes movies pretty much is what when I read that Matt Reeves was behind the Ape movies and he was tied to the Batman. That's what made me really like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot because
he's
those
spun
movies
that franchise around, bro. Like all we knew was the Mark Wahlberg one and the older ones, and he like made it a respectable franchise.
That could be fucking, that it could actually be something.
Yeah, for sure.
And every single one just kept like they just kept getting better. You know?
Agreed.
There's usually some sort of downgrade when it comes to that, and it was just like every single one was just like fire.
Damn,
so
yeah.
So I'm hoping that this one would just bring that same heat.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is obviously a rumor because nothing is currently in development right now since everything is on strike. But supposedly Thor 5 is still rumored to be in development with Marvel Studios and
is that real?
Taika.
Is that
Taika.
real?
possibly Taika? Is possibly Taika still attached? I don't know, bro.
I couldn't
saw
tell
that
if
too.
that was real. I saw some stuff on like Threads and Twitter earlier this week, and a lot of it just seemed like I guess Taika was quoted as saying something about like his ideas if they did Thor 5, but there wasn't like a real.
There's no contract
there was
at
an
this
actual
point.
development thing happening.
Right.
There's no contract at this point with Taika.
Yeah.
It even says that there's no contract. It's just it's all rumor, speculation, because nothing is moving forward right now. Obviously, with everything going on, and honestly, the way that that Thor: Love and Thunder bombed, and the fact that Chris Hemsworth came out and said like, "Yo, I think Thor needs to be revamped before I really jump on board with continuing this." I think Thor will continue to move forward. I think that they are going to take they're going to take the criticism to heart this time, and they are going to make a more balanced movie. Will that be with Taika? Possibly, and it could work with Taika, but they need to just
They got to settle on a tone.
They got to settle on a tone, and
that's-
they can't just give him free reign like that. Like, it worked. Just because it worked for one doesn't mean that it's going to work every single fucking time.
And I don't think necessarily that they'll give him that same. I mean, after we saw
I
Love
don't
and
think
Thunder,
so.
like I don't think he'll have that same free reign that he had after Ragnarok, which everyone obviously loved.
Yep.
But I still think they will. I still think I feel like they will still put Taika at the helm and let him sort of revamp it, do whatever he needs to do to bring it back in line. Cause I think like he's learned. I don't think, one picture and then, all right, Taika, fuck off. Like, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think they will, if Thor 5 is going to be a thing, I don't see why they still wouldn't hand him the reins and be like, all right, let's figure this out. Like, we know you can do it. Let's just settle on a tone and, make sure we're all in agreement of where this tone is going to be. There's no reason to find another director, I don't think.
If there were ever a different cut of the movie, because I've heard that there was a lot that was left on the cutting room floor.
A lot of Christian
if there
Bale stuff,
was,
yeah.
Yeah. If there was ever a movie where I would want to see a different version of it with everything that was filmed for this movie, it would be Thor: Love and Thunder, because that movie had a lot of potential. And again, I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, but they just went way too silly with it, and just balancing it out with some darkness, some serious. It really did, waste Christian Bale.
Right.
Like, how do you drop the ball with fucking Christian Bale?
Christian Bale, man.
I know.
They got cocky.
Yeah, that Thor: Love and Thunder made me feel like I'm good on Thor. Like the silly one-liners all the time. It's like, can you guys develop another character and just move
Well,
on?
after Guardians, everything just became silly, and every action movie. And nowadays, if you can really argue that a majority of action movies now are action comedies.
Yeah.
They have to have these little one-liners and
that's not a new genre by any means.
It's not.
I
It's
mean,
not,
There's always
no.
been one-liners in action movies. Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Like that's.
I mean,
not,
it was
Jackie
always
Chan.
like
Not
buddy
crazy.
cop type shit.
Yeah.
It was always under like a buddy cop type of, umbrella. But now
Premise.
it's, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of lessons have been learned with.
I hope so.
With these past couple of phases from Marvel, and I think they're going to be tightening that shit up.
I think Marvel doesn't have to be dark, but man, just make it a little more mature.
Make better stories. Make better
It's just-
stories. Balance shit out. Like, just
The one-liners kill me, man. It made me not even want to see any Thor shit.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
You probably won't for a while. So
No,
you got
I
your
mean,
wish.
Yeah, right. With these
You got your
strikes.
wish. Another rumor that was actually debunked by James Gunn was apparently there's a rumor going around that that John Krasinski is the front runner to be Batman in the DC universe, and James Gunn came out and said. He said I don't know what you're talking about, and we don't even have a script, so there is a strike happening, so no, there's no casting. So he shot that shit down, but John Krasinski is just the latest person that
Did you
people
see
are wanting to be Batman.
there was a random Twitter page that posts all kinds of just fake movie news. It's just bullshit that they post, just to get likes and views, and it's kind of satirical for the most part. Somebody said that Johnny Sins was cast as what's his face from Superman, Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor?
That Johnny Sins was cast as Lex Luthor, and this came out shortly after the whole bullshit with Gal Gadot and her saying that James Gunn had a new Wonder Woman prepared for her and everything, and James Gunn breaks his silence just to say that the Johnny Sins rumor was bullshit. He said nothing about Gal Gadot and their meeting. He didn't clarify any of that, which is obviously more believable than Johnny Sins being cast as Lex Luthor. But just the fact that he broke his silence to say that, no, obviously he's like, you guys believe this bullshit? He's something along those lines is what he tweeted out, because that's always where he's, laying down whatever bullshit needs to be dispelled. But yeah, he never addressed the Gal Gadot. So we still don't know what the fuck is going on with that whole bullshit. But he broke his silence to say, no Johnny Sins. That was it. And then he shut the fuck right back up.
That's weird because Johnny Sins has a range. We seen him be everything.
I mean, I'm sure he's.
I could see it.
I'm sure he has been cast as Lex Luthor in Wonder Woman. Yeah. However, it is not the Wonder Woman we're assuming. So, yeah,
different wonders.
Yeah, he was cast in the Wonder Woman that I think I downloaded the wrong one.
Right.
Nah, that's the right one.
Yeah, it's generally the best one. Yeah,
it's the one you really wanted.
Yeah,
right.
That's that dark DC universe we're all clamoring after.
For 45 seconds.
No, yeah, you're right. He has not come out and said anything. It was shut down by a third party, or according to sources. That's all it says. Is like it was shut down by sources that this is not happening. And
which is
when
weird.
It is weird. It is weird. And I'm not the first to say it, but I will. So. James Gunn needs to make up his fucking mind. I know in Gunn we trust, and I still, hold that true to my heart. However, are we letting the Snyderverse die, and we're revamping DC, or are certain parts of it still going to live? Like, make up your fucking mind.
Gal Gadot seems to be the only one that thinks Snyderverse is still living here. Everyone else has been moving on, casting for other projects, and she's like, no. And like, you got to think, put yourself in her shoes. Why come out and say specifically that she had a conversation with James Gunn if that didn't happen? Like,
I'm sure it did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't he saying anything? Why isn't it being addressed? Why is it being shot down? Like, if you're going to come out and say something so strong, like just like matter of fact about somebody who you're lying about, that seems wild and reckless to me, which I don't see her doing. So what the fuck is happening there is more what I'm concerned with. Obviously, nobody believes the Johnny Sins other than some randos on the internet.
That sounds
I mean, I just feel like he said something that she
misconstrued.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just, the whole thing seems weird. I'd like to see somebody address it.
Yeah.
I keep hearing bullshit about Aquaman 2. Like how that shit is.
I mean,
like
that's still there. They haven't canceled that.
It's still there, but they keep saying how they're doing reshoots, and like it's just been disaster after disaster with that movie. And
I didn't even realize they shot it.
Just fucking pull the plug.
Yeah,
you need to pull the plug on those movies.
Or else you have another Flash on your hands.
I mean, so if you're going to keep someone, out of all of them, I would have assumed it would have been Henry Cavill. In my opinion, I think he portrayed a good Superman. I get that we wanted to go younger. Gal Gadot was not a bad Wonder Woman. I did enjoy it, but I just feel like if you're going to be firing the entire cast of the Justice League, right, then just fucking end it and start fresh. Stop trying to hold on to small parts of this last universe. For what?
I agree.
I
agree with you entirely.
Fresh.
Henry Cavill is a good Superman. I think Superman was never young. Like in comics and the original movie versions, it was never a younger Superman. So I could see Henry Cavill staying, but Momoa, Gal Gadot, who was Ben Affleck?
Yeah, Ben Affleck was
All of them gone. Get them out of here.
Yeah. And the fact that especially Ezra.
Yeah.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, he clearly has tainted anything that he's going to come out in, so it's not even worth fucking with Ezra anymore.
No.
Even though I fucked with him as the Flash, and I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
Ezra as a person.
I agree with you.
Just absolutely killed that fucking movie, and it sucks.
Yep. But I guess James Gunn came out because someone mentioned something about it being like a young Superman, and he said he never intended making a young Superman. He's just making a Superman movie. It's just the movie that he's Superman Legacy. The story arc has to do like with like I think he's just out of Smallville or something like that. Like he's just a younger version of it. But I do believe that the reason why the new Superman looks so similar to Henry Cavill is because Henry Cavill may still return for Kingdom Come down the road as an older version of Superman because they have very similar looks.
Sure.
So it is a possibility, and I think we may still revisit that. But for this part of the story that's going to lead to that, they need a younger looking Superman. If that makes sense. We'll see what the plan is, but that was just my assumption.
That makes sense, I guess. But I'm not in as deep as you all are, but I don't know how that coincides with the timelines of the other superheroes. So would it be a younger Flash, a younger Wonder Woman, or how does Superman age relate to the other superheroes and villains?
It doesn't, because it's supposed to be, and that's where the confusion is now. That's where it gets confusing. Why the fuck are you holding on to Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Which Gal Gadot would make more sense because she hasn't aged. You know what I mean? Like throughout the ages in the story arc.
Sure.
So it could be at any time, any point in time, and she's gonna look exactly the same. So I guess she makes sense. But as far as like Batman and all that, I don't know how any of that. That's why I'm saying like cut the ties.
Sure.
Just fucking end the shit.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Either end it or don't, but just make up your fucking mind and let us know what you're gonna do.
How do you guys feel about a Jensen Ackles Batman? That's what the internet is clamoring for.
I fuck with it
right now.
Look him up.
Yeah.
Look him up for me. Justice Ackles.
You seen Supernatural?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was in The Boys. Too.
The
Soldier Boy in The Boys. If you watch The Boys.
Yeah.
he's the
Soldier
blonde
Boy.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's said that he wants to be Like people have asked him about it at comms.
Well, he
at
voices
Comic-Cons and
Batman.
panels and shit. Yeah,
He
did.
voices
He
Batman
does.
in the animated series and movies and shit.
I could see it. He's dark, and he's like grizzled. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Which is
He's
like
got
Batman.
the Batman jaw that you see from under the mask. I feel like his jaw would be a good Batman jaw, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the scowl for it.
After The Boys, I'm not opposed. Prior
He
to
could
The
be
Boys,
dark.
I would have probably said
yeah,
no.
He has got range for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I liked him on The Boys. That was a good role.
Yeah.
I could see how that could align
Boy was
in a
great,
sense with a Batman.
But the only problem is, I don't know. They haven't really said it's an older Batman, but we know that the Batman movie that's going to coincide with the universe is going to be. We're assuming it's an older Batman because he is going to be teaching his son how to be Robin and all of that shit.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that.
So so the assumption is at least in the comic books, I think when this happens, it's an older Batman. So it would make sense that it would possibly be spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the fucking Flash. But even if for whatever fucking reason, which I'm not agreeing to that either, if it was George Clooney, like that would make sense that older Playboy Batman that we knew from the past is now teaching his heir.
Yeah, I don't think
to
that's
be.
happening.
You know what I mean? I don't think that's
honestly,
happening either.
I think that they originally were going to do the Batman Beyond stuff
They were, yeah.
with with Michael Keaton, and I think the ending of the movie originally, if I recall, was originally going to be Michael Keaton popping out of the limo. And matter of fact, we saw like there was behind the scene footage that was released way before the movie came out, where you see Michael Keaton in the suit and he's like on the steps or whatever. So it was supposed to be him that popped out, which means that, you know, the Flash is now in that universe, and then we would follow along that Michael Keaton character as Batman doing the Batman Beyond thing. And I think that was kind of what, you know, we heard that when James Gunn came in, he changed some things at the end of the Flash, and I think that's exactly what he changed. He said, "No, that's not going to work because we're not going to do that anymore. Let's try to do something different." And then they found that Clooney would be down for it, and that was just kind of a way of wrapping it up and saying, "You're in this other universe now, and that universe has no completion. Like, this is not related to anything else. We're never bringing this back. George Clooney is not a part of DCU."
Correct, and I would agree with you. But they did say, or there was some sort of, again, possibly just a rumor, but they did say that if the Flash was actually successful, that they were going to move forward with the Batman Beyond. And
was
because
nice.
Yeah, but that was one, it wasn't successful, and two, that was the director of the Flash that said that.
Machete.
Yeah, that was Andy Machete that made that statement. So it's like, I mean, that's cool that you think that, but
but you're not in charge of
You
shit,
don't
so
run
go
shit,
fuck
bud.
yourself.
Facts. Yeah. Facts.
No bias at all, right?
yeah,
None.
you don't even got a contract for another flick. So just go on to Star Wars or whatever the fuck else it is that you're doing. And
Yeah, he was actually talking about. I lost my train of thought.
I think he's doing like some Star Wars shit or something, right?
Machete's supposed to direct something.
It's either a Star Wars
soon,
or it's
right?
another DC property.
I thought it was another DC property
It might be.
because I remember getting into
he's doing the
some
Batman
Twitter
movie.
beef. What was it?
No, he's doing Batman.
That's
Young
what it was.
and
Yeah,
Bold.
he's the Batman. The Jensen Ackles Batman is supposed to be Machete directing it.
Yep.
So there
Which is
really
weird.
is 100% going to be a Batman in the James Gunn universe that's not related.
Yeah,
to the
that
other
was
world.
that was announced in the original timeline that it's Batman, the Young and the Bold, where it's Batman. He finds out that he has a son.
Oh, that's right.
Damian Wayne with Talia
It's
al
not really a
Ghul.
Batman story. It's more of the Damon Wayne story.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the dynamic between father and son.
Right.
And we're gonna see Batman in a different way, because he finds out he has a son with Talia al Ghul who was raised originally by the League of Shadows. So he takes the son and he takes him under his wing and he makes him Robin. But everyone's excited by it because yes, it is a Damian Wayne story arc, and Damian Wayne is like this ruthless little kid that he's just trying to instill, he's trying to pretty much save him. He's
trying to give him morals.
Exactly. Yeah. He was raised by the League of Shadows. So
Which could be fire, bro.
It could be
because the
amazing.
connection
Could be
with
amazing.
Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah.
the League of Shadows. This is, I think that
there's
connection.
a lot of promise.
That sounds really fire.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that.
There's a lot of promise in that. But,
just don't like
they
the
could
idea
really
of-
fucking drop the ball.
Two different Batman and two happening at the same time. Like it's just.
I
it's
know.
gonna
That's-
confuse
yeah,
so
I
many
agree.
Deja vu.
people. And not.
I'm just
only-
happy the guy from The Office is not in it.
Like, I'm not even worried so much that it would confuse people, but I would worry that it would disinterest people to watch the movie because they would be disconnected. They'd be like, but
I think
there's
there's gonna be
like, I want to see Batman 2, the one from this dark universe, and now you got this
Yeah.
other, or
Robert Pattinson.
yeah, or
Yeah.
the Robert Pattinson Batman 2 does come out before this. And now you got this other Batman movie and then it's like, how is this? That's not connected. And it's just
yeah.
And it's like DC wasn't
how
revamped
do
at
you
all. We're just in
drive
the same
ticket
bullshit
sales
with random.
is my biggest thing.
Yeah, and we understand the whole Elseworlds thing. Like, and I'm excited for it because it makes room
But
for
we're movie nerds.
we're movie nerds, and you know, it just makes sense for more story.
Yeah.
And where these things could live, like even if they have a specific tone for DC, the DCEU, that has nothing to do with like if they do decide to move forward with Constantine 2, that's rated R.
Yeah.
Obviously the Batman, Joker 2, you know, like the Joker series or whatever, that have nothing to do with these worlds. But for your average moviegoer, they're not going to pay attention to any of that. They're just going to be like, wait, well, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Is this? We're living in a Marvel. Like at some point, what we were used to back in the day was like, yo, if a movie comes out, like it's its own thing. But now because the MCU exists and it created this universal feel, because it's the same thing, like it's the same character, people are going to feel like, well, do I have to watch any of the other ones? You know, people aren't going to fucking, your average person isn't going to give a fuck about any of that.
Right. Civilians are going to expect it to be a link, a connection.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
A running
and
thing.
it will be confusing, but I don't know, man. I don't know how they're going to manage that. But us as fans and who understand Elseworlds and all that shit and what they're trying to do, I'm excited for it.
Okay.
Right.
I'm excited for that. But, you know, I'm just very heavy on, hey, if you're going to kill that bullshit that we just left, then fucking kill that bullshit that we just left. That's it.
Sure.
Did y'all see the trailer for Rebel Moon?
Nope.
Have
Looks
not.
good.
I saw that it came out today though, but
Yeah, it dropped today.
It was
dropped
3
today. We
minutes
don't have
long,
enough
and that
time.
felt too long to watch. I was like,
I started watching it, and although
The trailer
it did
felt too
fuck-
long, Dave. How long is this trailer?
3 minutes.
it's long for a
long.
trailer. That's
Yeah, 3 minutes is pretty
I don't
long.
got that kind
it's
of
long
time.
for a teaser, which is what I've been told.
Actually,
This
teasers
It's
are
not
what,
a
30
teaser.
seconds?
It's not a
is.
teaser.
The teaser should be less than. It should be 60 seconds or less, in my opinion.
It's not a teaser, and everything that I keep seeing is first trailer. The first official trailer for Rebel Moon dropped today.
Everything I see says teaser for Rebel Moon dropped
A
today.
3 minute long yo.
Yeah, that's
I saw it,
That's
and I
stripper
agree with
tease.
you. I agree with you, Dave, because I was watching it and I was like, oh, this looks like it fucks, right? And I keep watching and I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of fucking information in this trailer.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this shit is still fucking going.
I was skimming
But it looks
it. I
dope.
skimmed it like 20
This
seconds,
is-
30 seconds, and I was
This
like,
is
damn,
supposed
it's
to be
just
like if Zack Snyder was allowed to make a Star Wars movie, this is what he was going to be making, right?
The rumor is that he pitched this, the script as a new Star Wars movie. It was shut down, so then he just changed anything that was actually Star Wars related, switched it up, and made his own version of like a Star Wars saga.
Huh.
By the way,
So- and
the
you can
official
see that.
Netflix thumbnail says official teaser.
that's so
Official
weird.
te-
Official
Fuck,
teaser.
3 minutes long
I'm
official
seeing-
teaser.
Headlines that say teaser, trailer, teaser. So people are calling it both, but the Netflix thumbnail says official teaser.
Jesus Christ, 3 minute long teaser that pretty
that's,
much.
you know, we've talked
I
about this on
guess-
the show before. These people are just these trailer folks. They walk the thin line when it comes to trailers and teasers.
I'm assuming that the what makes it the teaser opposed to the trailer is that there's no real story arc given.
Okay.
Probably why
And
it looked like
I
a
can see that. It's just
hodgepodge of bullshit. When I
yeah,
watched
it's just
That
a
makes
lot
sense.
of action scenes. There's some talking, but even though it looks like it all fucks,
didn't we get
there's not a lot of
something?
information given.
Didn't we get something like last year or, you know, within the last 6 months that was more of an actual teaser that was just like
Yeah,
some
yeah, we
like
did.
shots
Yeah,
Probably,
we did.
yeah.
with no real
But this
story?
one, if you watch this trailer though, you can look at it and go, "Oh, I can see how this is his version of a Star Wars." Epic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can see that shit.
I mean,
clear as day.
The first line of this article says Zack Snyder is going full Star Wars in the Rebel Moon first teaser.
Yes, you can see exactly what it is. But all right,
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, so-
good times.
yeah. So on that note, do you guys have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
I'm tipsy, bro.
Can't possibly have
Yeah, I'm feeling nice.
I'm feeling nice.
it. That's good. That's how you should end the show. If you walk out of here not nice, it wasn't a good episode.
Yeah. If you're thinking about going to munch some salad,
I mean, I'm
Not good.
tipsy.
If I was ever gonna eat some salad,
I go for a nice Hidden Valley Ranch right about now.
I ain't tasting shit, but whatever's
I
in this cup.
tasted-
Give me that balsamic, and that French. I want that orange French
Honey,
drip.
orange. Why is French dressing the worst possible choice? I don't understand. It's just, but it is.
Worse than Russian?
Ooh,
It's the same. It's pretty
Russian.
much the same.
It's right there.
Big Mac sauce,
The
it
Russian
don't
is
matter.
like a French Thousand Island, right?
Yes,
much,
exactly. Garbage.
Oh my god.
What about the
All
dressing?
right.
The dressing they give you at hibachi when you get your salad, like it's mad chunky.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that
You
is.
know what I'm talking-
I know exactly.
I don't know
know,
what
but I
that
fuck
is
that
either.
shit
But
up.
we eat that shit. What the fuck
I
is
fuck
it?
that shit up. I trade
Hell
your
yeah,
soup for
fuck that
salad.
shit. It's like an
Yeah, we
Italian
good.
type of. I don't even know, but it fucks.
It fucks.
That's what
All
I
day
would
it fucks.
I
choose.
don't even know what it is.
All day.
It's just
Give me,
hibachi
give me that
dressing.
hibachi.
Hell yeah.
Give me that
Hibachi dressing,
Benihana.
That's it.
That Benihana, drip it, drip it.
Oh damn, that's a new term, baby. I'm gonna give you this Benihana.
About to get that Benihana, girl.
you about to get that Benihana, bitch. I don't,
As long as
that?
she don't say it,
What's that?
I'm gonna
About
cut
to
your
find
meat.
out.
Chunky Italian.
Benihana.
Oh shit, chunky.
Jesus.
All right. Since we have nothing else to add of value,
Of value. Thank you for qualifying.
guys, thank you so much for listening to the episode and getting this far. If you've gotten to this point, then that means you really fuck with us, because no one else in their right mind would listen this long.
Other than Kraft.
Remember, if you really fuck with us that much, rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening. If you are watching, subscribe on YouTube and ring that little bell. Let us know how much you enjoyed the episode. Leave some comments, everything. I may even start a channel on IG for us to converse and like leave comments and bullshit. So I think I'm gonna look into that, and we're gonna get that going.
Don't forget about the IC Fantasy Football League. We're going to get kicking off here in the next
Yes.
week or so. Look for some.
I'm gonna put that on you, Dave. Put that on you.
I will get that. I will get that going. We'll find some IC listeners that want to jump in a little fantasy league and fuck with us
For
this
sure.
year.
That would be free, and then down the road, if we find that successful, we'll up the ante a bit.
We'll have some
some
merch in
fun.
there. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
We'll see.
It'll be something.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And just remember, if you want to support us, go to insensitivemerch.com. Cop yourself a shirt. Cop a hat. Just grab some gear. Stay drippy with Drippy. We support. We love your support. We love for you to support the podcast out in the free world and let people know by rocking some dope shit. Right. Other than that, D, always a pleasure, my guy.
My
Thanks
guy.
for coming through. Everyone, peace.
Peace.